Can you like stand on my camera and see if there's anything for us? Let her know, okay? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. 6, wide shot of the field. That's you, right?
For the football team and the marching band. Introducing tonight's seniors. First, we have student trainer Sierra Foley, escorted by her mother, Lisa Foley, and father, Michael Foley. Sierra is a 4-year member of the orchestra, guitar, and athletic training. Sierra plans to become a music teacher. Her most memorable moment at Southeast High School guitar and PA. Next we have senior football player number 78, Obed Watson. Escorted by mother Ruth Watson, Obed is a member of FBLA, HOSA, Speech and Debate, NHS, Key Club, Humans Helping Humans, CSA, and Science Club. Obed plans on attending college, majoring in pre-med and biomedical medicine. His most memorable moment at Southeast is attending pep rallies with his friends to celebrate our school. Next we have number 76, James Jackson, escorted by his mother and his father. James is a proud member of the varsity football team. He plans on attending college after graduation. Next we have number 57 and number 4, Francis and Frankie Clertius, escorted by Diana, Kim, Carlin, Samuel, Carla, Geisel. Francis is a member of the football and wrestling team, while Frankie is a member of chorus, football, and track team. Francis plans on finishing the summer bridge program after graduation, and Frankie plans on becoming a worship leader. Both of them list their parents as their most influential people in their lives. Next up, senior football player number 51, Mike Brodsky, escorted by his mother, Michelle Ramirez. Mike has played football at Southeast for 4 years. He plans on attending FIU and majoring in accounting when his time with the U.S. Marine Corps is through. The next senior for Southeast will be number 29, Antoine Boyd. Antoine is escorted by his father, Jimmy Boyd. Antoine plans on majoring in criminal justice while in college. The next senior step for Southeast will be number 28, Jess Zumi, escorted by his mother, Luciana, sisters Michelle and Beshara, brothers Edney, and girlfriend Liz. Jeff is a first-time member of the varsity football team. Jeff is undecided about what college he will attend, and his parents are the most influential people in his life. Next up, number 17, Chauncey Green Jr., escorted by his mother, Leticia Weaver, and father, Chauncey Sr. Chauncey plans on attending college and majoring in agribusiness. His most memorable time playing for the Southeast football team is with his brother, Casey. The next senior tonight, number 14, Eman Nero, escorted by his mother and Jenna, father Gene, grandmother Louise, sister Ava, brother James, cousin Mandy, and Lulu. He is a member of the varsity football and wrestling team. He plans on attending SCF and transfer to FAMU for physical therapy. Following Emmanuel is number 13, Garrett Height, escorted by his mother, Robin Height, father, Frank Height, and sister, Julia Height. Garrett is a member of the IB program, varsity football and weightlifting. Garrett plans on attending UCF, majoring in mechanical engineering. His most influential person is Master Jack and his dad. The next senior tonight, number 5, Cameron Rosario, escorted by mother Jana Rawls, sister Brandy Williams, grandmother Brenda Morris, aerial sports, the Ants. Cam is a member of the varsity football and wrestling team. He has too many memorable moments here at Southeast to list. He would like to attend either FIU or FAMU and major in business. Next up is number 10, DJ Bryant, escorted by mother Nikki Brown, father Reginald Brown, Darius Chestnut, brother Angel Bryant, sister Brooke Washington, his girlfriend, Tariq Houston, his friend, Keon Birch, his friend, Misty Bush, and coach Clarence Houston. DJ is a member of JROTC and baseball team. In JROTC, he is the company commander. DJ is undecided on college. His most influential person in his life is his mother, Coach Clark, who always pushed him to be better. The last senior for the football team is number 12, Cameron Green, escorted by his parents, Kenneth and Angela. Cam is a 4-year member of the varsity team. Cam is verbally committed to UCF to play football and plans on majoring in broadcasting. His parents, Kenneth and Angela Green, are the most influential people in his life, and they're the rocks that hold him together. The next senior tonight is senior member of the marching band, Brennan Dwyer. Tonight, Brennan is escorted by his mother, Victoria Dwyer, and his father, Andy Dwyer. Brennan plays French horn, trumpet, and piano, and has been in the Southeast Band program for 4 years, including marching band, jazz band, and wind ensemble. He was brass captain his junior year and drum major his senior year in marching band. He was a soloist in band, jazz band, and wind ensemble, and received multiple superiors with distinction for state solo performances. He has been a member of the Tri-State Honor Band, the Sarasota Youth Orchestra, and the Pop Orchestra of Sarasota Grades. After he graduates, he hopes to attend FSU and major in music composition. Next we have Cole Boglin. Tonight Cole is escorted by father John Boglin and mother Cheryl Boglin, grandmother Judy Boglin, and grandmother Kay Belford, and girlfriend Sierra Bifford. Cole has been in the marching band for 4 years. Along with jazz ensemble and wind ensemble, Cole plays the bass guitar, regular guitar, flute, and bass drum on drumline. He was flute section leader senior year. Cole has also participated in music solo ensemble, percussion ensemble, Festival of Wind, and FSU Senior High Jazz Band. Cole is also a Boy Scout working on Eagle Scout. He is a regular volunteer at Rowlett Middle and performing guitar at Redemption Circle Band. His future plans are to attend to FSU and USF and major in music performance of production. After college, he plans to enter the music business. Next we have Perla Mendoza. Perla is walking with her mom, her dad, and her sister. Perla plays the flute. She has done 3 years in concert band and marching band and has gone to state. She is involved in Humans for Humans in FBLA. She is a part of the CPA, and her future goals are to attend USF and go to get her nursing degree. Next we have Sandra Monroy. Tonight Sandra is escorted by her mother, Augustina Corona. Sandra plays the clarinet for the Southeast High School Marching Band, in which she plays the clarinet too, and has for 1 year. Outside of school, she volunteers for the Humane Society in Manatee County until the beginning of summer and her junior year, to get back to being involved in the community. Her future plans will be to attend MCC, study law enforcement. She can prepare herself to have a career as a police officer when she graduates. The next senior member of the marching band is Lauren Martino. Tonight, Lauren is escorted by her mother, Laura Martino, and her father, Ron Martino. Lauren plays the saxophone and oboe and has been in the Southeast Band for 4 years, including marching band, wind ensemble, and jazz band. She was saxophone section leader for junior year and assistant band captain at senior year. In the marching band, Lauren has received superiors and district and solo and state ensemble all 3 years. Lauren has been involved in the Visual and Performing Arts Academy, National Honor Society, Key Club, Post Up, and Science Club. Outside of school, she has volunteered over 100 hours at the attend University of South Florida, major in biology and Next we have Ryan Mullins, who is escorted by his mother Tony and father Michael, and his sister Kate. Ryan plays the mellophone, French horn, trumpet, guitar, and bass guitar, tenor saxophone, and tuba. He has been in the wind ensemble, jazz band, and marching band for 4 years, and is this year's band captain. He was soloist in this year's show as well as last year, and has attended solo and ensemble in his experience. In school, he is an IB program and participates in debate, speaking, and law society. Outside school, he conducts nonprofit efforts to empower young people. After high school, he hopes to attend the University of Chicago or another school to major in linguistics and philosophy. Ultimately, he hopes to hold on to an elected position in the government and a role in nonprofit activities. Next, we have Elda Romero. Tonight, Elda is escorted by her mother, Edith, and her father, Elmer. She plans to play the mellophone for the Southeast High School marching band for 1 year. Elda has also been involved in the Humans for Humans Club for 2 years. Future plans are to become an SVP, study nursing and cosmetology, so she can prepare herself to become a nurse someday. Next up, we have Aiden Carrington. Aiden is led to the field by his parents, Paul Carrington and Sarah Carrington. Also joining him are his sisters, Denise Carrington, and his long-lost cousin, Donna Carrington. Aiden has been in the band now for about 4 years. He marches tuba on the field. He currently plays oboe for concert band and jazz flute under the teachings of Dawson Williams. Aiden has been a solid member of the marching band and plans to continue a music career once he graduates. Next, we have Chris Dunaway. This evening, Chris is escorted by his mother, Judy, and his father, Ed. Chris plays trombone, bassoon, euphonium, and tuba, and has been in the Southeast Band program for 4 years, including marching band, jazz band, and wind ensemble. During his senior year, Chris was the visual performing arts officer, as well as the tuba section. Chris makes festival wins for 2 straight years, as well as the Frost Honor Band at the University of Miami. Outside of band, Chris loves helping the community as a member of the Ski Club and as an Eagle Scout. After high school, Chris plans to attend Florida State University and major in music education and therapy. Chris wants you all to know that he wants you to have a good night and is always feeling old. Next we have Caleb Benedict. Tonight Caleb is escorted by his mother, Kia, and his brother, Jalen Benoit. Caleb plays tenor drums and bass guitar and has been in band for 4 years, including marching band, concert, wind ensemble, and jazz band. He was drumline captain his junior year and is currently the assistant drummer. After high school, Caleb plans to attend college and major in computer science and mechanical engineering at the University of Georgia. Following Caleb is senior marching band member Storm Audette. Tonight, Storm is escorted by his mom, Holly Audette, his dad, Norman Audette, and his brother and siblings, Lily and Beatrice. Storm plays the snare drums, bass drums, and trombone. He has been in the band program all 4 years of high school and has played in the marching, concert, and jazz band. His junior year, he was a drumline co-captain, and his senior year, he became a drumline captain. Storm has also been a part of the percussion ensemble all 4 years, receiving 2 excellence, 2 superiors at district, and 1 superior at state. He plans on going to FSU and becoming a pediatrician. Next we have Juan Mendoza. Tonight Juan is escorted by his mother Edith, father Joe, sister Alexa, brother Jacob, and grandma Eva Garcia. Juan plays the cymbals for his freshman year, and then the snare drum for the remainder of his high school season. Juan has been with marching roles all 4 years of high school. He's also taken part in wind ensemble and percussion ensemble. Juan is a part of the National Honor Society, yearbook, and Seminole Pride, in which he is the president of the club. He'd like to say thank you to everyone that has helped him and supported him. Thank you to the rest of my family, Miss Bella, Mr. Lopez, my second family, Ashton, Kathy, and Jeremiah Campbell, the marching band, and my drumline family. I'm going to miss you all. I love you, and as always, go home. The next senior tonight is Noah Chu. Tonight, Noah is escorted by his mother Melody and his father Brian, his brother Lawson. Noah has played the bass drum, the cymbals, and the saxophone, and has been in the Southeast marching band for 4 years, including percussion ensemble and jazz band. Noah has received superiors in state percussion ensemble and marching band. Noah is also involved in the Visual and Performing Arts Academy. Outside of school, he helps with the audio, visual, and light department as encouraged volunteers. After high school, Noah plans to attend the National Aviation Academy to earn his aviation maintenance professional license. After he graduates, he plans to become a maintenance professional. Last time. Not here. So I said. Next we have Brandon Jackson. Tonight, Brandon is escorted by his mother Jessica Riley, his other mother Montrez Vaughn, his sister Rihanna Phillips, his brother Tony Phillips, and his uncle Caleb Heston. Brandon plays the bass drum and has been in the Southeast band program for 4 years, including marching band, wind ensemble, concert, percussion ensemble, and also solo ensemble. Brandon has been involved in the visual performing arts. His second year private at JRTC involved in church, youth leadership, at church. You cannot wait for graduation. Next up is Chloe Rousseau. Tonight, Chloe is escorted by her mom, Jen, Alexis, the kid instructor, and Lindsay, the drumline mom. She has been in band for 3 years and has been in symphonic band. Chloe plays guitar, bass guitar, and mallet instruments. She has received superior MPA and has been on the band for 3 years. Also, she is in the National Honor Society. Chloe has frequently volunteered at Lone Marine Laboratory. She plans to attend Wake Forest University and major in medical chemistry.
Yeah. Is it not working still? It's no good. It's like
After her is Malia Carrington. Tonight, Malia is being escorted by her mother, father, grandparents, and twin brother Malia, and has been a part of the No Life Auxiliary team for 4 years. She is now half of her senior year. She has received superiors in both district and state solo ensemble. Malia is also involved student at Southeast High School by being a part of clubs such as National Honor Society, HOSA, Future Health Professionals Club, and a member of the group of staff. She also was a jazz band vocalist and performed at the annual Prison Concert. Aaliyah hopes to attend a large public university.
Because camera one box didn't have the smaller one, so I don't know.
He might be on a minor.
Very nice trip.
Next we have Stacey Griffin.
Dang.
She is escorted by her mother, Stacey Johnson, the siblings, her boyfriend Hunter, her coach Colette, and her favorite teacher, Miss Lee. Haley does color guard for dance and has been an established marching band for 4 years. She has also done 4 years of winter seasonal dance color guard. She is one of the dance captains. Haley has received a superior in her entire solo ensemble. What is that? As a solo ensemble all 4 years. Haley is also dance visual performing arts officer in South Carolina. Outside of school, she volunteers at the Humane Society because she loves dogs. Her future plans are to attend USF and major in nursing. After she gets her degree, Haley wants to be a pediatrician. Next up, Amanda Harris. Tonight, Amanda is escorted by her mother, grandmother, and 2 sisters. Amanda is an auxiliary and has been in the Southeast Dance program for 4 years, including marching band and wind guard. She's one of the dance captains her senior year and has earned superiors in both solo and ensemble for 4 years. Amanda has been involved in the visual arts program and the Southeast Wind Team. Outside of school, she volunteers at Rogers Garden Elementary School as a tutor and dancer. Her future plans are to attend the university, majoring in behavioral neuroscience and minoring in health science. And basically, she is a mom. Next up is Destinee May. Destinee will be escorted by her mother, Jessica Salazar, and Bella Joseph. She is an incredible Southeast High School no-less. She is our singing Seminole co-president and former choir secretary. She also performed in the 2016 Prison Concert. She is an amateur no-less, but she is also a dancing body. Last, we have Jessica Salazar. Jessica Salazar is certified 70 examples. She is one of the amazing no-lets at Southeast High School. She plays the keyboard and guitar. She is the GOAT and has been the best sense of humor of all teams. She was in concert band and performed and is supposed to perform at the professional. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a hand for the Chick-fil-A cow.
Live from Southeast High School in Bradenton, Florida, from the John Kiker Memorial Stadium and the Paul Meckley Football Field, the SETV Southeast High School Sports proudly presents Southeast Seminole Football. Tonight is the final game of the regular season for the Noles here at Southeast. They have one more game next week on the road, but this is the final home game of this season, and they're playing host. Hi, Mike.
Hey,
How you doing?
Mike. Good. I'm well.
Okay, we're going to be professional.
Hi.
We're going to look at the audience, and then occasionally we're going to look at each other
I look
like
horrible.
we're talking. You always look horrible. What's that got to do?
I have the
haven't
face for
finished my
radio.
sign-on. I haven't finished
Go
my
ahead,
sign-on.
go ahead.
The Booker, we're taking on the Booker Tornadoes from Sarasota. Booker has a record of 4-4 with a 3-1 record inside of the District 5A, and Southeast also has a record of 4-4. However, our district record is 2-2. Neither one of these teams can make the playoffs, but this is for Sarasota Manatee County Pride. My name is Mike Sanders. You can see me sitting right there in front of the camera. And sitting next to me is the head coach of the boys and girls swim team, the head of the science department, and the head of the guy that causes me problems for the next 3 hours, Mr. Mike Brooks. How you doing, Michael?
Oh, I'm fine. And you send me too many lauds in my direction.
I do that every week because I'm hoping that when you get done with swimming and we are able to go to happy hour, you will buy me a beverage or two.
Oh, you know I will, because you used to actually take care of me pretty well. But you know what? Check that Facebook or that YouTube page. I
Oh,
want
wait
to
a minute!
see,
I got to fire it back up. We're actually
because
getting live chats.
we have had some incredible response over the last few games. The game with Bayshore, over 2,000 hits. Of course, you weren't there for that
Yeah,
one.
I wasn't there. God, come on, rub it in. Was it because I wasn't there, or the
No,
athletic
it's
director Joe Collis was here, did a much better job?
It was probably because Joe Collis was here, but you know what? That wasn't the reason. It was because it was Bayshore and it was Southeast and a hometown rivalry. Well, in a lot of ways, Booker is a rivalry here for Southeast. So I'm expecting that people are going to start looking in. What do we have now? 12?
I'm trying to get there.
You know,
I'll get
because
there.
if we had
Don't
12 right
pressure me.
now, that would be really cool.
14. There are 14 people watching us.
Okay, now keep watching
right
that,
now.
because I bet you some of them basically sign out because they're hearing us.
Well, probably.
Anyway, 4-4, both teams. What do you think about our future perspectives? Unfortunately,
You haven't the faintest idea what questions you're about to ask.
we
You
should
had
stand
a
up here.
question going on in your brain, and you couldn't formulate it. You couldn't get your brain and your mouth to connect.
No, we couldn't.
Nas-
It's
It's time for our national anthem.
it is. Okay, well that was nice.
Our band,
was
does,
actually-
our band does such a great job.
You know they do.
The Marching Seminoles are absolutely incredible, year after year after year.
So what I was going to say there, Mikey.
What were you going to say? Did you figure?
What is
did
our
you formulate the question?
prospective opportunity here for playoffs?
None.
Okay, I just
Absolutely
wanted that
none.
out. And what do you think the opportunity is for Booker?
None.
So basically, this is just a good hometown sandlot ball for
It is
walkaway
rivalry football. We have beaten Booker over the last couple of years. We have not. We did not beat them in 2013, but we have taken the rest of the games since then. No, there's a the state of Florida came up with a new point system,
I've heard about that.
and
Do you know
I
it?
have no. I don't have. Nobody knows what it is.
Well, maybe that's a problem.
Well,
Well,
the-
you know,
what
I've
we
also
do
heard they're going to do
know-
it with baseball. They're going to do it with basketball.
Yeah, but they'd have to go through an awful lot. We do know that Hardee, who is 8-0,
It's
is
probably
going to
going.
win the division.
Pretty much.
And they're going to go on to the playoffs. But there's no guarantee that there's a second team.
So
from
I mean,
the district
are they
anymore.
going to even do playoffs? I mean, why
No,
don't they
no,
just
no, they're gonna do
why don't they just
playoffs.
do the whole thing, strength of schedule?
Because they have divisions and they have sections.
Yeah, they
this
can't
is
compare-
Division 5,
Well,
11.
wait. Now, if we can do
District-
it within the division, why can't we do it within the regions?
I don't know if we know what the regions are.
Oh,
In the area.
yeah,
As in you mean.
because I know each region has 3 or 4 districts. Okay, and so you go district, you go region, you go semis. Okay.
I don't know. Because I don't know what the Florida High School Athletic Association does.
Well, we have to be careful when we say this, but I don't know if they know either.
You know, I don't think anybody's listening from up there anyway.
I sure hope not.
So anyway, Hardee's going to make the playoffs definitely.
Yeah.
They're taking on DeSoto tonight. DeSoto was 6-2, and 3-1.
DeSoto beat
so
us.
if they were beat, well, actually, I have the records of both Booker and Southeast in like teams.
To you.
Yes, I do. Southeast lost to DeSoto and they lost to Hardee. Booker actually beat DeSoto. That's why they're 3-1 within the division. But lost to Hardee. Both teams tonight have beaten Sarasota. Both teams tonight beat Lemon Bay. And both teams tonight have beaten Bayshore. Do you remember Bayshore was 3-0?
I do remember at that time Bayshore was 3-0, and they were looking for a real start.
All right.
Um,
We have got coin flip going on, which we can't see on the screen, but we'll try to. There, sort of. That's better.
We'll see.
We'll
that
watch
white
what the
hat
referee.
says.
Yeah, what the white hat is doing. We'll figure out who wins the toss, and are they going to defer, or are they going to choose the end? It's warm in this press
It is
box
warm.
tonight.
It is. If anyone from the county is listening, we don't have any adjustment over it.
No, we don't. That's
Okay, so-
county tax dollars at work. Okay. Looks like Booker won the coin toss. They have
And have
deferred to
deferred.
the second half. Let's find out what direction they're going. No, Southeast won the coin toss and have deferred to the second half. And would you care to tell the audience what happens if a team is going from left to right on their screen?
Then they're going from east to west.
If you-
No, I'm sorry, west to
West
to
to
east. Is
Are
that what you wanted me to
confused?
know?
That's what I wanted the audience to know, but
Am I confused?
You
I'm
have
always
to figure it out
confused.
first.
I'm always confused. What do you mean?
Yeah.
But I did bring my binoculars, so that just in case we.
Well,
we
I'm not
can't
going. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to watch right there on that screen where the numbers are nice
Where like
and clear.
number 15, number 23,
I can see
number
those
10,
extremely
number 54,
clearly.
number 29, number 78. That really works out well, doesn't it?
Sitting next to me is a
Go ahead.
individual. I was trying to come up with an adjective that would not get me in trouble.
A face that has.
He is an icon of Southeast High School for the time that he was here.
He is, and actually
He had your job
he
for a
had
while.
my job, and he did it so well.
Which one? The science department chair
Yes,
or
both of them.
the play-by-play?
Both of them,
Or the
trust me.
color commentary?
Both of them.
Okay. And he was also, was it wide receiver? Wide receiver coach for the Seminoles for 5 years.
And, he was head coach, both at the collegiate and high school level before. So, he really knows his information.
We haven't even said his name yet.
And he said that he's not going to talk.
He doesn't want to talk. He's sitting over here going, keep that microphone away from. Anyway, his name is Steve Foster. For those of you out there watching right now, or who will be watching the replay, you will know who Mr. Stephen Foster is.
And for those of you who don't, you know what? We might get a little bit smart because we're just going to sort of key into some muttering that's going on over there. And we might pick up a few terms in football.
See, Steve lives in Indiana since he retired to go take care of his absolutely gorgeous granddaughter.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely gorgeous granddaughter. And he comes down occasionally.
When the weather gets nice, but it's pretty hot for him right now.
To visit. Guess where he stays?
Where?
My house. So I see him walking around the house muttering to himself all the time. All the time.
So you're saying that what he mutters may or may not be important?
Yeah, it may not.
Okay.
Or it may. It
Okay.
may.
Okay.
Now, here's another exciting visitor that we've got. And
Who?
he's not coming anywhere near anything because I
What,
won't let him.
you're talking about your brother?
My brother is sitting right behind me.
So it's like it's senior night down there and sort of like family night up here.
It's
huh?
old home week.
Old home week. I like that. So we
For
had
old
homecoming.
homes.
We had homecoming last week, and now
Hey,
we have
look,
the old
they're going to
folks.
start the game.
They are. We're talking. When has that ever stopped us? You know?
It's never stopped us. I cannot see any of those numbers down there. Put on your binoculars and get me that guy all the way down
What,
there for Booker.
I thought you were going to look number 3.
But they're not going to get it. Going to kick off for the Seminoles as he has all season long. Number 26, Carlos Aragon. And what's the number down there?
Number 3.
Number 3, back to receive deep, is Eldrian Arnold. The game is about to start. You know, we almost talked through the beginning of the game. We do that all the time.
Because you know what? We enjoy
We
talking to our
forget to
audience.
pay attention to the game.
We enjoy talking to our audience. That's what it is.
Okay.
And they enjoy listening to us. Wait, how many?
No, they don't.
Have you? Have
No,
you
they're not.
Did anyone leave?
Let me see.
Oh, while he's looking, okay, Carlos is about ready to kick the
15
ball.
watching.
So we
We're
gained
up one.
Oh, so no, actually, probably up about 3 and 2 left. Or
There's the kickoff. Aragon sounds it down 2. Good kickoff to the 5-yard line. Good stop. Good defense on the Knowles kickoff team. We're going to go tackle by number 2 of the Seminoles.
Zion Bellamy Bay.
Bellamy Bay.
Bellamy
Great
Bay.
last name.
Okay.
That's going to be fun to say. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Knowles. Ball's going to be on the 18-yard line.
Fairly short run back.
Not 1st and 10 for the Knowles. Don't say that, Sanders.
I didn't say
1st
that.
and 10 for the Tornadoes.
Okay, don't call
For
me
the
Sanders.
Tornadoes. No, I was talking to myself. Now we're gonna pick up these numbers as we go because we do have rosters with a number next to a name, but we have no idea what positions are being played. So we're going to start off by finding out who their quarterback is.
Looks like number 5.
Set of 5.
Yep.
Number 5, Antrone Thomas. Hands off to his running back. No, that was not a handoff.
Yeah, it was. Okay.
Number 15.
15 was the carrier, Cleve Benson.
Okay. All right, so we're going to mark down for Cleve as a running back. We're going to go, Eldrian is going to play, is not Eldrian, Antrone Thomas. Handoff, left side, nice gain.
Close to a first down. Let's see what the refs say. Better mark it.
First down. Tackle on that play was number 29. That's going to be Antoine Boyd.
Antoine
Here comes
Thomas
a
was the ball
replay.
carrier.
Handoff, left side. Good hit by the Seminole. Caught him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Excellent, excellent tackle.
Did you see who made the cat?
I
tackle?
did, but
You saw it, but
10. We have a spotter.
we have a spotter.
We have a
Demetrius Bryant.
spotter. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Wow, it's great to have Mr. Foster up here. He actually knows something about
You know,
this
he's
game.
going to rip these microphones off our heads
No
because
doubt.
we have no idea what we're doing. And he's shaking his head no, but
Well,
we will.
watch.
We'll irritate him enough.
Okay, it looks like quarterback number 15. I miscalled that. That would be Clive Benson.
Is there a 15 there?
Yeah.
So that the running back is actually 5. Nice play off the left side.
That was ball carrier there was number 8.
Number 8.
That was Craig Lee.
We'll eventually get these to the point where we've got some idea of who's playing what for the Tornadoes. All right, we have a 3rd and 3. Ball is sitting on the 38-yard line.
That'll bring up a third down.
Well, they've shown that they can run against us. That's
Well, they haven't shown that they can pass since all of the plays have been running plays.
and they haven't needed to yet there, Mr. Sanders. And there's another. I'll tell you what.
Excellent play.
Adrian Thomas didn't get anywhere.
Didn't
that
get
time.
anywhere. So Seminoles have managed to cover the outside. And he was tackled by a gaggle.
Well, yeah,
of Seminoles.
I think Demarion Murray is probably the gaggle leader there in that case.
It's going to make it 4th and 6.
And you know what's going to happen here.
There's going to be a punt.
Is that what they do?
I believe so. And if the camera would widen out so we could see the punter.
And it looks like it's going to be Ryan Pettifer back there.
There we go.
To
Punting for
Charles Ward.
the Tornadoes is Charles Ward. Pettifor back to receive it. Doesn't look like he's anticipating that they are going to kick it, punt it very far.
He's waiting.
Ball sitting on the
I'm not quite sure what's going on here.
34-yard line. Now we
Someone
got
take a
people
timeout?
going in, going out. Is this a timeout? It looks like a whole lot of people are confused.
Well, looks like it was some
Bringing
sort of
them in,
penalty
bringing them out.
against Southeast. That makes it 4th and 1, and that's going to change things up a little bit.
Yeah, but it's not going to make it 1st down. It's still going to be 4th and 1.
But that's a whole lot different than 4th and 6.
And are they going for it? And
looks
they're
like
going
it.
for it.
Okay, so that's going to be a really stupid penalty.
This quarterback sneak over the left side, dives ahead, and
They're going to mark it at about the 41, and that's going to be
Mr.
first down.
Benson has gotten himself a 1st down. That's going to make it 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes. Ball's going to be sitting on the 41-yard line. We have 8:56 left in the quarter.
That 5-yard penalty really cost us.
It did indeed. It allowed the Tornadoes to get a 1st down on the opening drive. They have not thrown the ball yet. Everything's been run.
Well, in the past, Booker's had some decent quarterbacks, boys that could throw that ball pretty good. So, we've got to watch that for a threat now that they're building up that running game.
Benson takes a snap, hands it off to his running back over the right guard. Good pickup for the 5
Number 5.
yards. Running was Thomas. It's going to make it 2nd and 5.
Okay, that was Clercius on the takedown.
Ball sitting
Francis
on the
Clercius.
47-yard line.
So what, 2nd?
2nd and 5.
Okay.
Are we going to do the points this week? Do we have to deal with point numbers this week?
Point
As
number?
in 5.2.
No, this is
No, good.
This is like
Good,
5.
'cause
This
that,
is like
that hurt my brain last
this is like
week.
5.4.
My phone just did a dinkle-ink.
Yeah, someone liked that comment. See?
Yeah, nobody's. Rolls left, looks
There's that
into the
pass.
flat, overthrows his intended receiver. And now, and Mr. Foster says that is why they have not passed. Number 21 was the intended receiver, Keyshawn Timmons.
Remember, this is from the wide receiver coach. He said that was not very good. Okay.
Okay, occasionally we're going to let Mr. Foster say something loud enough that we can laugh at. You see, he's not going to be able. Steve's not
He
going to
won't
be able to
stay
get. He's
quiet.
not going to be able to stay quiet for
He's
the
watching
entire
football. He
game.
can't stay quiet.
3rd and 5. It's taking them a while to
It is
figure
taking
out
them
what
a
the
while.
formation is going to be. Benson is in shotgun this time. Takes a snap, looks left.
And
That
that's-
could be.
yeah.
That could be a.
oh,
Okay, we have
Okay,
seem
there's
to
a
have a
flag.
little
There's a
bit of
couple of
problems.
flags.
That's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct.
and I don't think it's going to be on our side. I really don't.
Well, the question was that a forward pass? Oh, now we've
now
got.
we got another one.
We've got little things going on out there.
I'll
here
bet
comes a
I'll
replay.
bet that's an ejection right there.
Benson takes the ball, throws left. This whole thing was started by Tony Register. He did not like the Seminole coming up. Thank you.
Well, now we're going to have to see.
Now we're going to have to figure out, because there's definitely some unsportsmanlike
more than one
conduct
here.
there. Unsportsmanlike conduct, personal foul on the Tornadoes. Unsportsmanlike conduct
Personal foul
on
the Tornadoes.
So both of the 15-yard
Tornadoes.
penalties are going to be. I like Tornadoes.
I like that too. You know, Mr. Foster, you're sitting over there. There was a game that we went down to at Booker. You were, I was trying to do play-by-play, and you were doing, and there was nothing but flag after flag after flag after flag. It was all about attitude. Do you remember that? Okay, and he says these kids are great athletes.
Well, it didn't make any.
They're very chippy.
There was no reason whatsoever that Tony Register he dropped the ball. The ball wasn't thrown very well to him, and then he turns around and the Seminole player comes up to him and he just smacked him in the face.
I'm pretty sure that ball didn't go forward when it was thrown. Well, Mr. Foster is saying yes, it did.
Yeah, Mr. Foster. No, it almost looked like it was a lateral.
Sure did. And what if a player from that perspective, the best thing he could do is come up and at least, stop the run, because they don't know if this is a lateral or not. And if they just run by and the guy goes down and scores a touchdown, how do you look?
They're still backing him up.
Well, that was only the first one.
Now, will they do, Mr. Foster, will they do both of those penalties, one on top of the other?
So
that backed him up 30 yards.
Well, yeah, from the point of infractions.
I'll bet they kicked this time. Punter for the Tornadoes is Charles Ward, back for the Seminoles.
And Pettifer is inside the 50.
Pettifer inside
He's not expecting
Tornado
a long
territory.
kick. A bad hike here would be horrible.
Way bad punt.
Well,
Not even going to call, but did it even just
ball-
barely cross the line
That
of scrimmage
ball
by a
didn't get
couple
to
of
the
yards.
25. Okay, the ball didn't get to the 25.
There is a flag on the
and
play.
there's another flag on the play. Actually,
Our PA announcer says that there was no play there.
okay. I sure thought I
So
saw
that
one.
would have to be.
Oh man, I hate it when the official is on the sidelines. Evidently, there was an official that wasn't yet ready to go.
All right, Ward's
so
going to try it again this time. See if he can get any
a
kind of
better
depth
kick
in
than that.
You would hope. Nope.
That one went left.
That one went about 4 feet off
Actually,
of the
no.
ground
Okay.
as it went about 15 yards.
But it did go farther than the last one.
It did indeed.
Okay, the last one's out of
but it
bounds
didn't go
on
as high.
25. This made it to the 27.
Seminoles are going to be sitting in with great territory.
Let's see what they can do with it. Okay, so here we go. Still first opportunity for the Seminoles to take the ball. We, I think, seen what an idea of what Booker can do with the ball.
It's
they're
going to
running for a
be
reason.
first and 10 from the Knolls on the 26-yard
the Knoll
line, according to our
26-yard line.
great public address individual.
And I don't know if you guys can see it, but I see the Chick-fil-A
Do you indeed?
cow moving around.
All right, Huggins brings his team out for the first time in this game.
And,
Now I believe it looks like we're going to have a legal procedure on the Seminoles. And that's what it is. So we still have not had
okay, so
our first offensive play of the game.
I think back in week 2, when I was talking to Joe said communication, Collison,
Who's
RAD.
that? Athletic director. Okay.
Joe said communication is the problem with Seminoles right now.
And here we are, 6 weeks later?
And it would appear.
Snap to Huggins, handoff. Good hard drive up the center. Still on his feet. They never did get him down. Tackled by a bunch of Tornadoes. Ball was carried by Chauncey Wilson. Got back to 5 yards that we lost on the illegal procedure. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Well, Chauncey can run. Okay, and we've been pretty good at putting them right down through the middle.
Malik takes a snap over
Really
his
high
head,
snap.
recovered it, missed the handoff, is going to get dropped for a loss on the tackle.
Really high snap. That caused that whole problem. Just ruined the timing of the whole play. I don't know what they were trying to do, but all of a sudden they had a bunch of defenders in their face. You know,
It's called, there wasn't a whole lot of blocking going on.
is that what that was?
4-yard loss. That's going to make it 3rd and 14. And I'll bet it's not going to be. I told my brother that this was going to be a good game. Is he going to stick around? He's not. He's looking at his watch. 3rd and 14. 6:20 left on the clock. Still not much happening, but now we're going to get to take a little break
it a water
because we take water breaks all through October.
Do we take water breaks through October? Does
We
that
get water
mean
breaks.
we get a water break?
Do you have water? Are you prepared?
No, I actually have an energy drink in here to give me some more energy. Listen to
So
sorry. Listen to myself last week. I needed.
you need a
more
cough
energy.
button.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. But before I do that, let's
Are you going to
talk-
read some? No. Let's save on that. Let's talk about a little bit about what was going on before the game. If people tuned in a little bit early and they saw all these people being honored
But without us talking.
on the field
They
without
said,
us
"Thank God."
talking. This is senior recognition night. Football players, color guard, band members, and
Cheerleaders.
cheerleaders.
And there was a whole lot of band members. They're going to be a very, very small band next year.
3rd and 14, trips right.
So I'm going to be a small football team next year too. I mean, a small swim team next year too.
Wilson has in motion. Looking down the field under pressure.
Huggins
Tripped up.
Almost got by. Almost got through there.
Huggins is tripped up in the backfield by number 9, Darian Marshall. That's going to make it 4th and 16.
Well,
So far, there's not a whole lot of offense going on in this game by either team.
what's been going on there's a whole lot of penalties.
And
Okay.
Mr. Foster nods his head up and down.
It's like
And a whole lot of sloppiness. And a whole lot of looking like not much is going on the field that's got anything to do with football.
I'll bet you if we were keeping stats penalties,
We
we'd have
are,
5 times
looks
the
like we're
yards.
going to go for it. We're going to give it a shot.
We're in that spot, the field. It doesn't make sense.
Huggins runs left, looks down the field, throws hit the receiver in the hands.
I'm looking at Mr. Foster, and his head just went down. Okay, as a wide receiver coach, and the guy, his receiver is able to get his hands to the ball. If he wasn't working hard, that should have been a caught ball. We gave away the ball. We turned over the ball because
Couldn't catch the ball.
we couldn't catch the ball.
Couldn't catch the ball. So it's going to be
Coulda, shoulda, didn't.
it's going to be 1st and 10 for
Maybe not coulda.
1st and 10 for the Tornadoes on their own 34-yard line. At this point in time, I'm not sure there's a whole lot of positive offense for either team at this
No.
point.
The refs have probably 60 yards right now.
Yeah, but neither team does.
I'm sorry.
All right,
folks.
we're going to have to be serious. Well, I was going to say
We
we're
have to be
gonna
serious?
serious about
Why?
the game, but we haven't been for 2 years. So why
Okay,
start
well, the ball's
now?
on the 33. How about that? That's serious.
Cleaves in shotgun. Takes a snap,
Little pitch out.
pitches to the right, tries to make it to the outside.
He got 1 yard.
Got a yard. Nice containment by the Seminoles.
He ran a long way for that 1 yard.
Number 5, Antron Thomas.
We talked about him, and he was the guy that sort of got in everyone's face here a little bit ago. So evidently they did eject him.
No, that was Tony Register.
Was it Tony Red?
Yeah, that was the big kid that was the wide receiver that missed the ball.
Okay. Okay, Spartans.
Well, don't
what do
swear.
I know?
Don't swear.
What do I know? I know nothing. I keep saying that. I'm like Sergeant Schultz. For those of you who
Snaps.
Oh,
Looking
going
down
for
the
long
field,
ball.
throwing long in the flat. overthrows his intended wide receiver.
but not by much. And I think the receiver actually slowed down a little bit there, about the 35.
Covered by the Seminoles by number 5,
That would be number 5.
Cameron Rosario.
Okay, good coverage there. That wasn't a bad pass. That was just a little bit over, but I think that the receiver had a little more in him. I think he could have got there. What do you think, Mr. Foster? You think the receiver probably slowed up just a little bit there, about halfway down?
Oh, Mr. Foster thinks he might gotten held and got. So what you're saying is the Noles got away with one. That's a home call.
Mr. Foster, it's probably a good thing you're not talking here today.
Snap to Benson. He looks down the field. Under pressure,
he's
he's
got
going to get
nowhere.
dropped by the Seminoles. In fact, he's
I
going to
don't know
cough
where
up
that
the
ball
ball.
went to. Look
Picked
at
up
that.
picked up by the Noles. Number 2 picked up the ball and ran it down to inside the Seminole 10.
Bellamy Bay.
That is Zion Bellamy Bay.
Bellamy Bay.
We like
Wow.
his name. But we have
look at that.
some sort
Yellow
of flag
rag.
on the field.
Oh, my. We're going to give the officials more yards now. Let's see what happens. You guys can see it as well as we can.
Come on, White Hat, make a signal.
Well, he's picking it up.
No flag.
No flag?
No flag. Must have fallen out of somebody's pocket. So this is going to be 1st and 10 for the Seminoles on the Tornadoes' 10-yard line.
This is the best field position they've had all day.
And it had nothing to do with anything that they've done offensively.
That is an offensive statement.
It was a good defensive play. The Seminoles
Yes. it was.
bottled Benson for a big loss.
And then stripped him.
And then stripped him, picked up the ball, and ran it down to the 10-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Noles.
Oh,
Snap to Belink,
man.
and no
was
blocking
done.
on the offensive line of scrimmage. Number 11 managed to crash in. That's going to be Brenson Gregory.
And this went back
Dropped
about
the
50 yards.
Noles for a 3-yard loss.
Boy, I'll tell you what, that line just came through. There was nothing there to stop that. It was like a tidal wave. It was like a tsunami.
What is it? A tidal wave?
Tidal wave and a tsunami, the same thing, but a tsunami
Yes,
is the
but is a
scientific word
tsunami
for it.
is not a tsunami in the East Asia?
Probably.
Okay.
But I think they have tsunami warnings here too, or they would if they.
He's got a lot of people in the backfield.
He's not
He's
gonna
going to
go
get dropped, and he's going to get dropped. It's almost like G has the line shown up tonight. Sack is by number 3, Eldrian Arnold.
Well, let's not criticize our line too much.
That's two plays in a row that we have lost considerable yardage.
They won't let us
With
come
this,
back
believe it
and
or
talk.
not, Believe it or not, we managed to, on the fumble, take the ball down to the 10-yard line.
And we are now at
It looks like the
15.
21.
No, it's the 15-yard line, isn't it? No, it's farther back than that. It's like the 16 or 17. No, it's like the 22, 21.
Isn't that what I said?
21, is that what you said?
Okay.
Okay, you're
We
right.
are
I'll
looking
tell you that right now.
at 3rd and 22. Looks right, throws down the field, is going to drop it. Be
Did he catch it?
caught by number 3 for
So
the
he caught it on the
Seminoles.
6-yard
Davis
line?
got it down to the 5-yard line. That's going to make it 4th down.
Yeah, why don't we go for the field goal? I'm sorry.
I think they're going to go for the first down
but I know. There's no first down.
or the touchdown, which would be a first down for the other team.
Well, you're right there. That's what you were meant.
Huggins looks right.
Yeah, and I guess maybe they figured they didn't have any offense.
Intended receiver.
Elrion Neri was the intended receiver there. Unfortunately, I don't know if he looked up and the ball had already gone by, or that was a fast one.
So the Noles are going to turn it over on their own,
But
on the Tornadoes' 5-yard
they
line.
gave the Tornadoes absolutely lousy field position.
Well, it could be worse.
Not much.
Could be on the 1.
It could be. But you know what? We know they have a demonstrated offense. Not
Who has a demonstrated offense?
right now. The Tornadoes.
Oh, they
They're
have.
demonstrating their offense.
Handoff to number 5.
Well, that's a 5-6
Antron
yard
Thomas,
run.
he's going to have a 5. He's going to pick up 5 on that. Gives him a little more room away from the goal line.
I'll tell you what, he was running. I mean, you
Well, of
could just
course he
see
was
that bump,
running.
bump, bump,
Of
bump,
course
bump,
he
bump,
was
bump.
running. What do you think? He walked for 5 yards?
Well, no, he was running.
Okay. Snap, handoff once again.
Well, there's
Hit
no
at
way
the
to
line
go.
to scrimmage and buried by the Knowles.
He tried twice. He tried 3 times. There was no door. The door had closed. And there were so many Seminoles there that I would love to sit there and say this Seminole, this Seminole, that Thomas had nowhere to go.
No pickup on that.
So it's 3rd down.
So we got 3rd and 5. 1:30 left in the quarter.
Wow, it's gone by fast.
It has indeed. That's because everybody's running the
No
ball.
passes, no, other than the penalties, no clock stops.
Snap back.
Okay, no
Dawson's
pass.
running right. Looks down the field. Broken up nicely by the Knowles.
That'd be number 5 who broke that one up.
And that would be
Rosario. We've talked about Cameron Rosario.
Cameron.
before.
So far, Cameron's made a
Wasn't-
couple of key plays this year.
Isn't he,
this
didn't he
game.
cause the fumble?
I don't know.
I think he did.
No, I have no idea.
We can't see that well, folks.
See, now you don't apologize for me seeing.
I said we can't see that well, folks.
Have you got a
You can
mouse in your
see?
pocket? I'm watching the monitor for numbers.
You can't see
and
that
I
either.
can see that.
You haven't said it.
Oh, look who sat down next to me.
Oh, it's Watchdog Minor.
Mr. Minor must not have any place that he can go on Friday nights in this school district without people saying bad things about him, because he keeps coming by to talk to us because we say good things about him. 4th and 5. Tornadoes are going to punt. Oh, snapped over the head into the end zone, goes outside the end zone. That's going to be a safety. The Knowles are going to be the first on the board, and they will have had very little to do with it.
No, they
No, they didn't do
exhibited-
anything.
They exhibited a defense that
Oh,
they
geez.
exhibited a defense.
Is
You know
that
what?
it?
What Mr. Minor was
Okay,
here
now,
to stand.
Mr. Minor, I know why you're here. It's because none of the other press boxes in the county serve food. That's why he shows up.
He can neither confirm nor deny, but he sure enjoys it. That's what he said.
All
But
right.
he did intimidate them. He intimidated them so much that the punter could catch that ball.
So, the Tornadoes are going to have a free kick. It's going to go from the 20-yard line.
We
And the
are
question
lining up
is,
pretty
are
far
they
back.
going?
There
Well,
we go.
apparently the Knowles didn't know that they were lining up on the 20.
Communication.
Now, are they going to punt or are they going to kick off?
They have.
They haven't appeared to. Oh, they're going to actually kick
There's
the
tee.
ball.
Okay.
There's the tee.
I thought it was a little drop kick time there.
No. You're allowed to do any of the
But-
foot
But you know what?
processes.
We have seen how well that punter kicks. Twice.
Kickoff by Andy Vasquez Lopez.
That's
Number 24 for
soccer player.
Booker.
Okay, so he's going to kick that. He's going to come in a little bit sideways at the top of his foot. Just watch.
Nice hit.
Soccer
It's
player.
going to take it out to the Seminole 35, taken by Pettigrew. Pettigrew brings it down to the Seminole
Seminole
49-yard line. And once again, good position for the Seminoles to take over. Let's see if we can find some positive offense out of this now.
Well, I think it depends on which ways the referees want to walk this time.
What?
I think it depends on which ways the referees want to walk.
Are you talking penalties?
Yep.
Are you saying that the whole game is nothing but penalties at this point?
Oh, we haven't seen much else, Mike.
We've seen a safety. Have we seen, how many safeties have we seen all year?
Oh, this is the first safety we've seen.
Well-
but you just told me who caused that one.
Yeah, well, we didn't cause it.
So,
Who caused it? Their center. It's 4 to 7 yard line. I'm just going to
Sorry.
ignore everybody in the press box and try to be as professional without getting paid as I can. In motion. Looks like we have.
You know what was I talking about?
Well, we're about to walk
Oh, there's
backwards,
two.
aren't we?
There's two.
Okay.
So we got illegal
That's
procedure.
an illegal procedure on the Knolls. That's going to back it up. We should keep track of what these,
I started to write down
try
the
to keep
penalties.
track of penalties.
We had like, what, 50 that way and now 15 this way?
Oh, that's 5.
Yeah, but this is not the first one.
All right, 5-yard penalty on the Knolls. It's going to start. That's going to make it 1st and 15. Snap back. Huggins throws right, nowhere near his intended receiver,
that was
number
just-
11.
He threw it closer to number 23
Ron
on their side.
Neri, yeah, he threw it closer to the defender than he did to the receiver.
Jaylon Clark had a better chance to catch it than whoever it was that was thrown to. But, okay, we're starting to sound critical, Mike. We should not sound critical.
No, we're not. We're calling the
having
game.
fun.
Mr. Foster would have been a lot more critical
Mr. Foster just had
of
a
this game
sinister
process
laugh.
than we are. We're at least trying to be semi-entertaining.
Okay, Huggins is back.
Huggins, little throw. That was forward. It was a forward pass, incomplete.
Yeah, I saw
Intended
basically a lot
receiver.
of scrambling there.
Intended to receiver was number 22, Eli Daniels.
The last
That
ditch
was
intended
really, really sloppy. He was under a lot of pressure. Just got rid of it and didn't get anywhere near his intended receiver.
Off the
So you're
left
going to
leg,
deal with
right-hand
3rd and 15. Have we even
we're
gotten
moving
a-
backwards.
I do
told
not
you.
believe we even have a first down at
No,
this juncture.
we do not.
Huggins
And-
under a lot of pressure once again, rolls right, throws down the sideline.
That
Actually,
looked like a
nice
really-
reset.
Do we see a flag?
No, shouldn't
Everyone
be.
up here is calling
Shouldn't
for
be.
a flag.
Nice cover. Nope, nice coverage.
Mr. Foster, what do you think? Oh, Mr. Foster asked for the replay. That would be great. It was close. You know, we're up here, we're saying flag, but
4th and 15.
I don't think we have a replay on it. 4th and 15.
44 seconds left in this quarter. It's taking a long time to get this quarter over when we had it down to 1 minute.
So right now, refs about 70 yards, teams about negative
Aragon back
70
to punt.
yards.
Good snap.
Ball
But
short
short, end over punt, goes out of bounds on the Tornadoes' 43-yard line. That's only going to be a grand total of about 18 yards.
Let's see where the ref marks it. They're going to mark it on the 45. So mark it on the Tornado 45, 1st and 10 for Tornadoes, and we'll let the refs take over.
I
again and see how
believe
they
the
run.
Tornadoes have 1 first down.
You know what? They started out running. They started out
And
running.
they got a
and started
first
out
down
really
on the
strong.
first series.
That's right. They started out running real strong.
But I don't think they've gotten any first downs since then.
I think
Nor have we.
no. I do not believe that. You know, I'm
So
not
what
a
we're-
statistician, clearly, but
You too. Mr. Miner once again in, eats, and leaves.
you know, Sanders no longer has to worry about getting fired.
You know, I was going to come to one of the public comments to say what a great job you've been doing, Mr. Miner. And you'll probably have me thrown out after that comment.
Hand off to Thomas there. It didn't go anywhere. About dropped for a loss for about 2 yards. I'm sorry,
Hey, listen.
I did not see the
What's going to be the new name of
brought it down.
the new name of the new high school?
There's a politician's answer.
So we're only a couple of
second
months
12.
into this
Second
new
and 12.
6-month process, that kind of like the 6 months that you already went through, to name it the first time. Okay. All right. Thanks for being here, Dave. School board member of Manatee County, extraordinaire, Mr. David Miner.
Okay, so
And you notice how we don't let him get anywhere near the microphone
I
anymore?
do know how
Yeah.
we don't.
Oh gosh. Now who sits back down next to me, Mr. Stephen Foster?
Well, that's good. We need to hear those comments that he makes every once in a while because they're going to keep us on the straight and narrow when it comes to talking football.
We actually came to the end of the first quarter.
While you were talking to Mr.
Why
saying
don't
goodbye to
you
Mr. Leonard?
read one of them things over there?
You want me to read one of these things?
Yeah, since we haven't done one yet.
Okay, so make sure you keep with all of SCTV's broadcasts and updates by following us on social media and on our website. Visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/SEHS Television for links to all of our live broadcasts and updates on the program. You know, as we're walking back onto the field, I say that we don't just do football, we do all sorts of sports. We'll be doing basketball, we'll be doing softball, we'll be doing baseball. So anyway, there you can find more behind-the-scenes footage at SEHS
curling?
Television. Are we going to do curling? You know what? I bet you we would do curling if Southeast had a curling team.
That would be
You know,
fun to
folks,
watch.
I'm sorry. I'll finish this up here in just a second because I'm sure they want to watch football.
2nd and 12. Snap, going back.
A little bit of hold going on back there.
Center screen, takes a nice spin out. He's going to get some positive yardage, and he's up to
9 yards.
close to the first down. 10 yards.
They're going to mark it just shy of the of 10 yards, so they're not going to give him a first down. Now it's going to be second down and probably about 1.
It might even be third down.
Oh, I'm sorry, third down. About
3rd and 1.
Okay, now this is where, you know, Southeast, we know we can do it. The question is, will we do it? We have not had great when they have just one to go. You know it's going to be a run.
Benson is in shotgun, takes a snap, hands off to his running back, and dives ahead for the first down.
So, first down Tornadoes. As I was saying, you're also on Instagram at SEHS Television, and there you can find some more behind-the-scenes footage from our students and program director. Our website is setv.news, and you can find all of our social media links there. Be sure to follow us, and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which you're watching us on right now.
Are they following us, or are they following the students?
They're not following us.
No, they're not following us.
Why would they want to do that?
I have no idea.
I drive fast.
1st and 10 for the Tornadoes on the Seminole 45-yard line.
Okay, so this is where the refs start getting yards. Let's see if that happens.
Well, they've gotten the Tornadoes got another first down.
Well, like I
Benson
said,
drive,
this is where the
sets his
refs start
people.
getting yards.
Takes a snap. Under a lot of pressure once again. He's going to get dropped for a big loss.
And there's, but you know what?
And I'll
This is
bet
not
we've got another sportsmanlike conduct.
This is going
right
toward
there.
us, though, Rob. That was uncalled for. This is going to come to Southeast.
Well, one of the things is we can't hear the whistle in here, so apparently that extra push came after the whistle because his forward progress was stopped.
Okay, so the original line of scrimmage was a ways back. I can't see it. This is
All right.
on the scoreboard.
They're marking the ball on the 45, and now they're taking it.
They should be taking it forward. That should be a. Okay, but that carries with it an automatic first down, doesn't it?
Apparently not. What call would that be, Steve, that they only got 5 yards? And I haven't seen
Well,
what
they
the white
called a
hat
personal
is
foul.
signal.
They called a personal foul.
But they only did 5 yards?
And the chain gang over there is completely in the wrong place.
Now they're going back the other way.
Well, and
Now they're calling the personal foul against the Tornadoes.
you know, and I didn't see that one.
So that's going to back the Tornadoes up to the 35-yard line. You know, I
told you the refs are going to get a lot of yards.
If we let this game go by negative yardage, whoever had the most negative yardage wins.
You know, whoever has the least negative yards.
Most. I think you go for the most. That one was
That was
a lateral.
That was a lateral, and that was dropped. And
Dropped by number 4, Tony Register.
You know, it's going to get mean down there. These kids are jacked up.
And another huge loss by the Tornadoes.
I mean, it's pride. There's no question about it. This game is not for.
I don't see a whole lot of pride going on by either team. Loss of 6. It's going to make it 3rd and a whole bunch. I hope the Tornadoes have got a 3rd and a whole bunch play
I
in
won't
there.
say next year, but this is probably 3rd of next month. 10, 20, 30.
No idea. I'm not
20,
even going to
30,
calculate. You calculate.
35
it.
yards. So
Benson takes a
3rd
snap.
and 35.
looks right,
Goes
throws
long.
down the field into the flat, not near anybody.
Overthrew his
Absolutely not near anybody.
intended receiver. There was Charles Ward.
He threw it a long way.
He threw it a long ways. You know, it was a nice spiral pass. It was about 5 yards in front of his receiver. And,
Well covered by 2 Seminoles down the field, makes it
but
4th
did you just
down.
see that? That referee threw it just as well.
Did he manage to get it near anybody?
The other ref caught it.
Then they get extra
Oh,
yardage.
right now they're getting all the yards, man.
4th and a million miles.
Not that far. 35 yards. Come on, give him a break. But where he's kicking from?
Snap. And
Kick
this
from
is
the
going to
20.
travel a good 12 yards. Out of bounds. It's going to be marked on the Tornadoes 39, 38, 38-yard line.
What's worse, he actually kicked it. You know,
Wow.
you count it from the line of scrimmage.
Uh,
But he kicked
okay,
from
look.
the 20, and it went to the 34.
I'm not going to demean or degrade any individual who was out on that field doing their absolute best.
I wasn't out there. I'm too
But
old
you
to be out
gotta
there.
be kidding. They don't have a better punter than this. Anybody can kick it. My sister can kick it farther than
Well,
that.
yeah, I don't see your sister in pads and shoes and a helmet.
Okay.
I couldn't kick farther than that. Okay, I'm old. I can't do it.
First
Okay.
and 10 for the Seminoles
It's not
on
anybody.
the Tornadoes' 39-yard line. Snap back to Huggins. Looks down the field.
Huggins.
Over the center. Overthrows his intended receiver, number 12.
Oh, or number 5.
Cameron.
number-
No, it's not 12.
12.
Is it 5?
Is it 5? I think it's 5.
Yeah, okay. How did I see 2 numbers? Now I'm seeing double. Number 5, Cameron Rosario.
No, we're both wrong. It's number 3.
It's number 3. God.
That's why I brought these things.
You know what's amazing is Mr. Foster, as old as he is,
Saw it right off the bat.
can see all these numbers.
But see, he's used to that stuff.
Snap
Handoff
to
to
Huggins,
seven.
handoff. Hit hard
Chauncey
after a
Wilson.
nice little gain. Chauncey Wilson, pick up of 6 yards line, 6 yard line, 6 yards
On the 6-yard line? No.
on the 6. No, he's not on the 6
I know.
yard line.
That's what you said.
But that's because, like
on the
you, my
30.
brain was trying to tell my mouth to do something,
South Sea
and it
32.
wouldn't do it. Huggins takes a snap, hands off to Wilson. Wilson dives through over the line.
On the second effort, I
He
think he
is
got
going
the
to get a
cowbell.
first down.
You know, that old
Seminoles,
cowbell.
yeah, we can't do the cowbell because we don't have BOC.
No,
Now,
but,
we
you know,
mentioned
I missed
BOC
that.
last week.
Yep.
Brenda O'Connor,
Right.
former assistant principal of Southeast.
She had
But
a
we never
cowbell
said
out here.
Brenda O'Connor. Snapped to Huggins, fakes it, takes it off the left side. He's going to have a nice pickup. Finally run out of bounds and tackled by number 14 of the Tornadoes. That's going to be Eric Fega.
That was a pretty late tackle there, too, if you ask me.
It
I
looked a
mean,
little bit to me, if that was a pro tackle, that had been
that
an
would have been
unsportsmanlike
unsport-
conduct.
But I think they're
Personal foul. But Foster says the referee's arms are tired from throwing so many yellow hankies. It was a pickup of about 7 yards. It's going to make it 2nd and 3. Snapped, handoff to Wilson. Wilson's hit at the
got
line of
nowhere
scrimmage.
To go this time.
He's going to pick up a couple of yards, but I don't think he's made it to the first down marker.
So third
It's
and
going to
one.
be short by a yard. 8:32 left in the second quarter. And we have a baseball game going. It's 2-0.
You know what? That's a score you don't often see on a football field.
Not frequently. Snap to Malik. Malik looks right, throws a little pass to the right into the flat. May not have made it to the first
I
down.
think that was to Ryden Pettifer. But no, he did not make it to the first down. I think we would have been better off running.
Well, where did he get marked down? Because the downs marker moved it back 4 yards.
Exactly. I think we would have been better off running.
Okay.
It's a nice idea.
Well,
but,
it looks like the Knowles, because we do not have a field goal kicker that's going to be able to cover this amount
he
of
can't do
yardage,
that.
we are going to go for it on
Absolutely.
fourth. It's going to be 4th and 5.
You know, that positioning is not going to hurt us.
Snap to Malik. Steps back a couple of plays and looks down the field and overthrows his intended
Well, I will tell you
his
what.
intended receiver.
Here's what I will say: where he threw the ball, there was nobody.
Yeah,
Covering.
well, it wasn't going to get intercepted out there, was
That's
it?
right.
You know, he threw it to Ty Warren Davis. Ty Warren's tall. It's hard to overthrow Ty Warren. But
No, it can be done.
well, obviously.
Anyway, the turnover on down, so now it's first down.
That's what I was
Tornadoes.
going to say.
Well, I'm pretty quick at it. Huh?
Yeah, you were.
You got to be quick to get a word in edgewise with you, Mr. Sanders.
I hope somebody's keeping statistics on this game because I would like to know if we have more yardage in penalties than we have in offensive plays. 1st and 10.
Any
Into the line of
jigs?
scrimmage. He's
Any
going to pick up a
jogs?
yard or two.
Any jigs? Any jogs? And we have a ball somehow, I think. We'll see here. They're saying
Somehow
that
the
we
ball
have
was
it,
wrenched away from the runner
but I don't see
by
a little
number
blue,
27.
I don't see any blue little flag out there. Or a little
Javian
blue thingy out there.
McLaren
So you get a jig and a jog and a jig.
must
and a
have
jog
already
and
been down. Pickup
3 yards.
of a couple of yards.
But I will say that the Zebras have been particularly quiet all of a sudden.
What, because they haven't thrown a penalty in 2 plays?
Exactly. Okay, well,
Benson's looking down the field. He's under pressure now, running to the left. He's
Wow.
still running. Eludes the receivers, but he's going to get dropped for about a 7-yard
number 5,
loss.
number 17 on the that'd be Cameron Rosario. Number 17, Chauncey Green, as the 2 Seminoles could finally catch him for a loss.
It's going to be 3rd and 12. Ball sitting on approximately the 20-yard line.
You know, and we know that they are going to attempt to punt if they don't make this.
And we still have a baseball game going.
And we still have a baseball
2
game
to
going.
nothing.
Okay, but there, you know what? There's no outs yet. There almost was.
Yeah. There are probably more outs than there are first downs for either one of
I
these
bet that
teams.
ref was pretty close to that out sign. Yeah. Is it water break? No, it's timeout. They're going to take a timeout. Tornadoes.
Seems to be some confusion on the field. Listen, this is something I wanted to talk about last week, and I absolutely forgot to do so. You know, 2 weeks ago, Michael hit the panhandle.
Right.
And absolutely devastated
Right.
the panhandle. And even though things are not, things in some of the areas are coming back a little closer to normal with electricity and phone service and stuff like that, there's still places like Mexico Beach that people say will never be the same. But you can help. Everybody said that within the sound of my voice, you can help with those people up there, you know, just because that the news agencies are not covering as in-depth as they were during the week following. All you got to do is make a donation to, you can make it to
I don't know who's doing it on campus.
American Red Cross.
Oh, okay, American Red Cross. But
Goodwill.
I know they can call the front desk. I know we have people that are doing it
Here at
here
Southeast,
at Southeast. Here.
call 741-3366 and ask to give a donation to the Michaels Fund.
That's
Benson,
not the Michael Brooks
under
fund.
pressure again.
Oh, we're going
This
to let him
time
sit
he
this
has
slot.
escaped it. He's going to get over the line of scrimmage, and he's going to run
He's going to get a first
for
down.
a first down. Now, should we identify what a first down is for our audience since
Because
we
we
haven't
haven't
seen
seen one?
any?
Yes, they go farther than 10 yards.
Okay,
Within 4
and he
downs.
did go farther. That was a great run.
That was a
Looked
nice
like
run.
the Seminoles had him, and he,
Well, second effort is everything in this game, as you know. And he probably did second, maybe third. There should have been some tackles.
and
There
4th
really
and
should have.
5th, but it's first down for the Tornadoes on the 35-yard line. Snap once again to Benson, running right, gets around the corner, outruns the containment. He's going to pick up 5 on that play.
Okay, 41. The Seminole of the moment. Second down and 3? Second down and 4? What do you think?
Second down, and let's give it 3.2. Oh,
You
wait
know
a
what?
minute. We weren't going to do that this game.
Well, I would agree with you, but it's closer to 3.4.
Let's make it a long 3.
Okay, there you go. And we're getting set up here. Here
Benson
we go.
setting his team. Man in motion. Snap. runs left, and we.
I must have heard a flag there. I mean, I must have heard a whistle.
There's got to be a yellow piece of cloth out on that field right
no,
now.
Timeout.
Find the white hat.
Timeout.
Timeout who?
Timeout on the Tornadoes. Didn't they? Just
They
take
must
one?
have not liked what was about to happen.
I would say the same. Okay.
We should just give these microphones over to Foster.
We should. Okay.
He
Basically,
really has a lot
he
more of
was
an idea of
saying
paying
that,
attention.
They're resetting as a guy when a man was in motion. Basically, it would have been a penalty. They decided they elected to take the timeout rather than lose 5 yards.
Did
because
you
right
know
now-
this? Did you know all of this before he
No,
said
I did
it?
not.
I didn't either.
Yeah, but I will. I'll give credit where credit is due. And you realize that it's 2nd and 3.5.
And
Okay.
we still have a baseball score.
But it's 2nd and 3.5. They don't have these opportunities very much.
It's
They
a
don't
long.
lose them.
It's a long two.
Okay.
The guys on television would call it a long two.
A really long two. They don't have these opportunities.
Or a long three.
That's why they took the timeout.
Okay, let's see for this one. Man still in motion. Snap to Benson's running right.
Oh, look
Oh.
out. Look out.
This kid's got some wheels, and that's not Benson. That's number 3. That's Jeremiah or that's Eldrian Arnold into the end zone for a touchdown. How long's he been? That must have been a pistol. Was it a pistol?
I'll tell you what. That was about the best.
Here comes a replay.
That was about the best timeout I've seen taken. Look at him go. Look at him go.
Jogs and then outruns the entire Southeast defense into the end zone.
Wow. That was fast.
Thank you.
Well, you know, this is a science convention up here in the press box today. We got Mr. Hughes up here. We got Coach McKnight up here.
Yeah, they heard there was really good food. All right, we've got a field goal kicker. Let's see if he can kick off as well, extra point as well as he did it, and it's good.
You know,
Kick
I
was
can't
good by
believe
number
one.
24, Andy Vasquez
I
Lopez.
can't believe he can't punt it. I really can't because
Okay, now they just gave us all the points. Now they're going to give it over to the visitors.
so it's 2-7.
There we go.
It still sounds
7
like a
to 2.
baseball.
We still got a baseball game, but it could be later on in the game. It could be like the 7th inning.
Does that mean we sing?
So have you been paying attention to the World Series?
No.
I have,
I have
just a
not
little
been
bit.
out to
I
the ball
know who has won the first 2 games.
Who would that be?
Boston Red Sox.
Really?
And you know why I think that's a good thing?
Why?
Because my lady friend is from Boston.
Well, then that's why you're following it.
Well, I'm not really following because of that. I'm just happy that because, and although she doesn't really follow baseball, she's more of a Patriots guy, kind of human being.
So she's not singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
No, she isn't even watching. She isn't even singing "Take Me Out to the TV so I can watch the game."
Okay. Well,
All right, 4:33 left in the first half, and the Tornadoes from Booker has taken over.
who has been the longest standing business partner?
I know the answer to that.
Do you?
Should I answer it?
Go ahead.
Kaiser University.
Kaiser using it, and you know, again, they are a business partner of SETV.
And they have been for a very long time.
14 years. Okay. Basically, at the Sarasota campus of Kaiser, you can get training you need to pursue a new career in the fields of business, criminal justice, education, healthcare, information technology, law, and so much more. They offer associates, bachelor's, and graduate degree programs. There's also some culinary arts. Boy, that would be good, wouldn't it? Culinary arts, baking,
I love that baking thing.
pastry. Kicks off.
Taken by the Knowles back on the
5.
5-yard line, trying to get to the center of the
And
field.
that
Is
was-
tackled, and he's going to be brought down.
You know what? That was a really good
And
kick.
I'm going to guess that Mr. Foster sitting here shaking his head and he's thinking he should have let it go out of bounds. Should have gone out right up the sidelines. How about should have gone out of bounds?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so it's The ball's not
Not
round.
round.
I've been calling the wrong game. I thought I had a basketball game going on in front of me.
Sorry.
Knowles are going to take over
On their own eight.
their own 9-yard line.
8.5. Sorry. Okay, so
That was Wilson. It usually is. Pickup of
Chauncey?
nothing. Got stopped by the Tornadoes.
sure looked like
And in fact, it looks like a very short loss.
sure looks
did
like
not get-
Eli Daniels to me, number 22.
It's not number 7?
No, it was number 22, Eli Daniels.
Okay. I'm going to quit watching the field, and I'm coming back to watching the television
Oh, I
set.
got that off the TV.
See, but those are weird. Is that's a 1, but it doesn't look like it's a very
Well,
odd
that's
1.
a 7. It really looks like a 7.
It's a 1. Hand
Oh,
off.
he keeps it.
Wilson battling hard, takes it out to about the 16, 17-yard line.
I thought he was going to pass. I was surprised that he headed away so fast. Chauncey Wilson, the ball carrier there.
It's going to make it 3rd and 8. Or
3.
3rd and 2. He got 8.
Fine.
Third
3rd
and 2. Huggins hands off one. He's holding it himself, takes it off the right side.
He
Looks
crossed
like
that
he's going to
line.
get it to the first down.
You know, if we had one of those telestrators, we could have marked a line on there.
We could have.
You know what? They do now have telestrators. We can't afford them.
No,
But they do have telestrators.
we can't even afford the little yellow line
No,
on the
but they
field.
have telestrators for the
First down for the Seminoles with about 3 minutes left to go in the quarter. Malik drops back under pressure, is going to run, slides just
to the
over the
first down.
30-yard line.
Let's see where they mark it.
It's going to be
That should
short.
First down.
It's going to be another first down for the Knowles.
Okay, so
Do we get
cowbell,
points
cowbell,
for
cowbell.
Knowles?
Cowbell.
Do we get points
Go
for first
Knowles.
downs?
We get points now.
No.
Otherwise, we would be doing good.
Well, I don't
We'd
think
have
we'd be
3
doing
points,
well.
3 more points.
Huggins, hand off to Wilson. Wilson up the center is going to run for a considerable amount of yardage. Over the first down, pickup of about 16, 17 yards. Takes it close to the 50-yard line.
What, we got a hurry up offense going? Yeah,
Well,
they
yeah,
didn't
because we only
expect
got
it. I know. I
2:44
realize that.
left. And
Wow, they're not set. Here we go.
my brother's in the background yelling, snap the ball, timeout, Booker.
That's their 3rd. Well, they're not saying that's 3rd on the scoreboard, but I'm pretty sure that was their last time.
No, it's I just noticed that they have timeouts. They took there's the last one.
I think
They're out of
Southeast-
timeouts now.
Pretty sure Southeast.
Southeast has still got 2.
But I'm pretty sure that our SETV.
That
got
would be
this
correct
right.
on the SCTV graphic. Way to go,
Anyway,
SCTV Southeast High School television students.
we were talking about that pastry program, that baking program, that
Yeah.
culinary arts program. You know what? We don't know enough about it. How would the folks learn about it?
Learn about what?
Their baking and their culinary arts.
Well, they would
bachelor's.
visit Kaiser University.
Yeah, you know.
There's one in
or,
Lakewood Ranch.
You know what? You go to their website,
You could go to their website.
KaiserUniversity.com.
I'll bet that was designed
And
by
I
a
screwed up.
Kaiser
I
University
screwed up.
student.
First up.
Come on, you didn't have it. You didn't say it right.
KaiserUniversity.edu. And you didn't catch me at that.
I knew you were going to correct yourself. I saw in your eyes.
Oh my God.
Whoa, I've made
I
a
made
huge mistake.
It doesn't happen often.
1st and 10 for the Seminoles on their own 49-yard line. 2:41 left in the quarter.
Better fear in motion.
Looks way down the field. It's going to overthrow.
That's
Or
an
we've got,
interception.
now let's see. It was intercepted, but it looks like he was
I think
out
he was
of
out
bounds.
of bounds, and that's what the ref is saying down here. He's saying it's out of bounds.
Pass was incomplete. He overthrew his intended wide receiver. Was picked off by number 14 of the Tornadoes, Eric Vega, but out of bounds. So that stops the clock with 2:35 left in the second
Did
quarter.
you see the nice pass from the ref to the ref, and the ref caught it?
Yes, I did. I still think we should be giving the referees points. Huggins takes a snap, hands it off to Wilson's going over the center. fighting hard. Looks like we've got a flag in the middle, but could be a holding call. Wilson got about 6 yards on the play, battled hard.
The flag was right there in front of the.
Well, it looks like it was going to be. It's in there where it's going to be holding
Against
Seminoles. 10-yard penalty.
So we go forward 5 and we go backwards 10.
Actually, when we went forward 6, now we're about to go backwards 10
More.
or less.
Okay, that's from the point of infraction, right? So it's going to end up making it.
He's walking it and
second
walking
and
it. Still going to take it back to the 41-yard line of the Knolls.
That's like second and 20.
That's a whole bunch. I don't think it's quite 20, but we're
second
going to
and
call
18.
it there. Very good. I'll take 2nd and 18 from you.
You've got it. Second and 18. Here you go, Mike.
Oh, folks.
I just handed you a 2nd and 18. Here,
Yes,
let me
he
do it this
did.
way.
Did you hear him pound? He laid it
There you
down
go,
right
right
by
there.
my arm. Slap to Huggins. He's running around the right side. Looks for his receiver. He's going to pick up somebody out there in the flat for a pickup of about 7-8 yards.
Gets him past the original.
Receiver for the Seminoles was number 22, Eli Daniels.
Gets him past the original scrimmage line. So basically now it's 3rd and 8.
Our 3rd and a long 8.
You know, and this is much more manageable than 3rd and tomorrow. So this is where we've been a lot this
3rd
year.
and tomorrow.
That's where we've been a lot this year.
Nah, that wasn't tomorrow. That was just midnight.
Not a fortnight. That's what that long one was. That was 3rd and
Wilson
4.
out to make trips out here on the left-hand side.
Well, that was a
Huggins is
bad
going to
pass.
throw it and right into the middle of
Amazingly-
coverage. Had no opportunity.
Amazingly, that was not picked off.
Underthrew the Seminole receiver number 11, Arion Neri, and almost picked off by the Tornadoes. That's going to make it.
It was bobbled. I'm not
4th.
quite sure why. Should have been right in his arms.
It's because nobody's catching the ball tonight.
Well, there's probably 2 or 3 of them all trying to defend it, rather than one of them catching it.
So, 4th and 8 for the Knolls.
Oh, we got a illegal procedure penalty.
We
which is
have
declined.
offsetting penalties. Looks like the Knolls are going to kick it away.
Well, from here, I mean, we're just shy of just past the 50-yard line. It doesn't make sense to try for it now.
Not with 2 minutes left.
No, it's sort
Try
of
to
a
shut
heartache.
down this quarter, go into the half, and hopefully regroup a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a real sloppy game on both teams.
Well, I'm curious to see what Joe Collis, our AD, has to say. I
Does
don't
he
think-
say things
I
like
don't think it's going to be pretty. Good
punted
punt.
by Aragon? Gets a good Knoll bounce. It's going to carry down to about the 15-yard line, 16-yard line, where Tornadoes will take over with 1:54 left in the quarter.
I was just going to say that. You stole all my thunder. You know?
I didn't mean to.
I don't have any left. I don't have any left. You stole it.
Neither one of us can make a thunder sound.
No, because
Boom, 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 boom,
we
boom,
were
boom.
not lightning before the thunder.
No.
But so anyway, we're sort of waiting for the Tornadoes to show up.
Here they come. We don't
Here
want
come the
we don't want the
Tornadoes.
Tornadoes showing up. Let's see what they want, what their strategy is going to be.
First
They've
and 10
got
from
a
the-
very long way to go to their end zone. Haven't had a whole lot of offense. Let's see if they're going to run it out and come back the second half.
Okay, well, there's a run. That was off a Wildcat, was it? Number
No, it was not. It was taken by
6. Number 6.
Benson. Just had kept it on a keeper around the right side. He's going to pick up a good 12 yards.
Man, my eyes are horrible. I could
But
have sworn that was number 6 carrying the ball.
Nobody's moving. So, that's because there's a yellow flag on the other side of the field.
So,
You know, we haven't had many of those tonight.
no, it's looking like the field's starting to grow daisies. There's a lot of yellow. out there.
Daisy. All right.
Where does my flag
We got a
fall
holding
to?
call on the Tornadoes.
Yeah, that's going to back them up just a little bit. We've seen this. So what do we have now? Refs, I wish I had stats on this. I swear, the refs have got to have over 100 yards now.
They got to be getting tired.
Yeah.
As much as they're just
as much as they've been
walking
walking.
off penalties.
Well, that's exercise too. Just think. Right now, he can probably count steps on his iWatch.
It's going to take it all the way back. It's going to be first and it looks like about 12.
Okay, 12's a good number.
Ball is inside the Tornadoes' own 15-yard line. Snap to Benson. He's going to go left, going to go right. Tries to hit his receiver, number 4. That would be Tony Register, but throws it at his feet for an incomplete pass. That's going to make it 2nd and 12.
He was under pressure there. I don't know if we saw it here, but he was definitely under pressure. He got hit pretty good right after he released that ball.
And who hit him?
Yes.
Somebody on the
Southeast.
Seminoles?
Yes. I would love to give credit where credit was due.
But
My eyes don't see.
yeah, I got to stop watching the field. I've got to watch
the
this.
TV.
Watch the TV. That's how I got good with the numbers last week.
Well, that would help us.
This is Arnold Arnold's in the drops the ball, tries to run right under pressure by the Noles, tackled by a gaggle of them. And actually never got down, but forward progress is going to be marked. It looks probably like about the 3-yard line.
Are we going for another 2 points?
Boy, that would really make it a baseball game, wouldn't it, if we got it up to 7-4.
Yeah, really.
We got a timeout on the field. The Noles, they have none.
They have none. We
Noles have got one
after
left.
this. Don't trust the board up there. Yes,
Trust our
trust our
graphics,
board.
the SETV graphics. So the ball is sitting on about the 5-yard line. It's going to be 3rd, and once again, incalculable distance.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but isn't it normal to put the visiting team first and the home team second? Shouldn't that be Tornadoes on the left and Noles on the right?
I have no idea.
Ask Mr. Foster. He probably knows.
I don't think Mr. Foster. Well, Mr. Brooks has this piece of trivia that he would like answered. Is it typical to have the home teams listed on the scoreboard on the left and the visitors on the right, or does it not matter? That's normal.
This is normal? Okay. I always thought you were nice and let the guest be seen first.
No, we're not nice.
3rd and a long ways.
Running left gets nailed by Seminole
So before
and helped back up. Tackle, great tackle by number 5 of the Seminoles, Cameron Rosario.
That was great.
We have mentioned Cameron. Cameron's having a good defensive game.
Now it will be 4th and not quite as far.
It's still pretty long.
It's 18, 19, 20, something like that. I can't see down there in the lines. Yeah, let's call it 18 or 17. We know that they're going to kick it. We know
19.
We know they have had some problems with their kicking game today, their punting game.
You mean the Tornadoes?
Tornadoes.
They haven't had any problems. They haven't been able to kick one yet.
No, they've had some problems with it.
Yes, they've
I'm
had
trying
some
to be
problems.
Nice.
Let's say
Mr.
they've
Sanders.
had.
I am trying to be nice, Mr. Sanders. I'm not going to say that their kicking game left the stadium with Elvis.
Oh yes, I cannot come up with anything for that line, other than Elvis kicked it too,
Yeah, well, yeah.
long time ago, which is more than what we can say for
here.
the Tornado punter. We're not being very nice.
No,
These
we
are
are-
children.
we are
These are
not being nice.
young athletes that are working very hard.
You know,
We're getting a little cynical in our last home game of the season.
I'm
That
sorry,
is
folks.
not looking like much of a football game at this juncture.
No, they're going to kick us off these airwaves. I can tell you that right now.
We're just trying not to come back next year.
That's right. Yeah, for our fans. Because they deserve better. Well, they're going to try something here.
He's
Oh.
going to.
Get him, make him step out.
Yeah, they just decided that it would be easier and more opportunistic to take
2
the
points.
to take the,
A loss of 2
take the
points.
safety than to once again only maybe punt it 15 yards. Give the Seminoles a shot to get in before the end of the half.
Well, that was actually a pretty interesting idea.
It was indeed. Ran off a bunch of time. And now we are dealing with even a better baseball game. It's going to be 7-4. Seminoles have scored
So what are we in?
4 points.
The top of the second?
No, we're in the 7th or 8th inning.
No, we're in the second quarter.
Nah,
First half.
we're using baseball.
Where is a half of
analogies.
baseball?
4.5.
Only if it isn't extended.
We're about to go
Okay,
into
so we're coming up to the top of the top of the fourth, or the bottom of the fourth.
something like that.
Okay. Sorry, folks.
Kickoff is once again going to be by Andy Lopez.
I'm going to say bottom of the second because we're almost out of the first half.
He's got a free kick. He's going to give you a kick from the
Now, he
20
can kick.
once again.
He can't kick,
Pettifer back,
but the thing is,
along with number 3, Tywarren Davis.
I think his long kick is going to cause him to kick it past his.
He's got a decent foot. Taken by Davis. Up the center.
Davis didn't need to stop
Push
right
it
there.
forward. And we got a soccer scrum right in the middle, a rugby scrum.
About the 47-yard line of
Ball never went. He never went down.
And he
56 seconds left in the first half.
He took time to decide where he was going to run. And I think if he would have just put his head forward and gone.
Gone where?
Toward
Forward?
This end zone, toward this end zone. Toward the end zone.
What
on
would
our
have
left,
happened?
To the end zone to the west. I actually think that it would have opened up a little bit more for him. The trouble with having a nice kicker in high school is quite often you kick past your defensive men.
The coverage.
The coverage, yeah. And I think he hesitated. He tried to see his lane. He wanted to make the big down. Big run. Didn't happen.
Seminoles 1st and 10 on the Tornadoes' 47-yard line. Snap back to Huggins, handed off to Wilson. Wilson up the center and is down.
He tripped a little bit there, right?
He did indeed. Down at about the 40-yard line. It's going to make it 2nd and 4. A long 4.
His left foot slid out when he was trying to make a quick right turn. I think he would have gone farther if that hadn't happened.
Back to Huggins once again, looking down the field under
they'll
pressure,
hold it there.
scrambling, gets around the outside, but does get first down by about 3 yards. It's going to stop the clock while the sticks are being moved.
Not
There's
for
still
long.
only, we got 23 seconds, but the Noles have no timeouts at this point. Oh my
There
goodness,
goes the
the air
clock.
conditioning went on.
Wow. Look at that hold. Did you see that hold? How about your viewing how could they not see that hold?
Actually, we cannot make fun of Malik because just because he took the snap, went back and tripped over the infamous blade of grass. And that's going to be the end
and that's
of.
probably the best time the ref didn't see a hold because that would have stopped the clock. And that would have backed it up here. It would have just been that much worse and an opportunity for all sorts of anger to go on. Sometimes I see no evil, I hear no evil. Works really, really well.
Well, that's going to bring us to the end
Of the first
first half with the current baseball score of the Booker Tornadoes 7, the Southeast Seminoles 4. Yeah, folks, I said 4.
I have never seen.
I've never seen 4 points scored, and that's it so far. We are.
Your brother's taking off.
We're going to go away for a short amount of time with a few PSAs, and then once again, as always, we're going to be joined by our great athletic director, Mr. Joe Collis. So,
We'll
with
leave
the
you to the man.
score, Tornadoes 7, Noles 4. You are watching Seminole football on SETV Sports.
Traffic signs. Traffic signs that we see every day. Traffic signs that protect our children to and from school. But a traffic sign cannot stop a moving vehicle traveling at 20 miles per hour. It only takes a split second of distraction, a cell phone, a cup of coffee, to render a traffic sign useless.
Welcome back to Southeast Seminole Football, brought to you by SETV, Southeast High School Sports Production Team. We are at halftime. The Noles are down by a baseball score of the Booker Tornadoes 7 and the Seminoles 4. The Noles have scored on two safeties. Haven't seen any all year in Automatic. In the second to last game of the season, we have seen two. Joining me tonight, always at halftime with a chipper tone and great information, is the athletic director of Southeast High School, Mr. Joe Collis. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing good, buddy. How are you tonight?
I am just enjoying the heck out of this football game.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's definitely some excitement going on. I mean, how many high school games, college games, and pro games do you see? Not one, but two safeties in one half.
And probably almost as many first downs as both teams have total.
Yeah.
It's a little brutal out there tonight, isn't it?
Well, they can't blame it on the field because it's not that wet.
No, no. That's one of the great things about this football field is it drains incredibly well.
Yeah, the field is in good shape, and we got to tip our caps to the grounds crew. They've done a good job. If we could get our offense to be as good as our grounds crew, we might have a few more points in there. I know that's a little dig on the offense, but it's kind of like the same song, different dance.
Yeah.
Just got to get things going. I will put a positive spin on it. Malik again has made some nice throws
Yes, he
that
has.
our receivers have not come up with. So I'll tell you what's been kind of encouraging. How about the running by Chauncey Wilson?
And doing a great job.
Yeah.
Great job for running hard, fighting hard, making people miss tackles, getting that extra yardage out.
Yeah. I'd like to see our defense is playing well. They're doing a good job. You had that one busted play, but I would like to see them keep their wits about them. You can't let your emotions take control of things. We don't need to see a bunch of flags flying in the second half, and I don't want to see it any chippier than it was in the first half.
And there has been a lot of laundry on the field by both teams in this first half, and not necessarily. We're not talking about lots of unsportsmanlike conduct, just a lot of sloppy play that went on in the first half.
Yeah, that needs to be cleaned up on both sides for sure, and as long as we can do that, then we'll have a nice friendly battle in the second half, and hopefully the Noles can get some offense going, and it doesn't matter. I don't care what the score is as long as we have one more than they do.
Well, at this rate, we need 2 more safeties.
Well, and you can't say that that's not possible, because who thought that we'd have 2 safeties in the first half? So,
all right. Well, the fall sports season is winding up. There's only one more football game. Swimming is getting close to district. Volleyball is done. How did the fall sports season go for you?
It went pretty well. The good thing is our kids went out and they competed hard and showed good sportsmanship, and that's, as an athletic director, that's awesome. That's huge. I love all our athletes. They're doing a good job. They're doing a good job in the classrooms too. But yeah, volleyball made it to. They were 1 win away from going on to regionals, so they had a good showing. First-year coach Daniel Dieterding. So that was a good job there. We have 3 female cross-country runners competing next Friday in regional cross-country.
Fantastic.
I was up at CCC the other day to watch them, and we have 1 male runner competing at regionals over in Holloway Park in Lakeland. So if you're not doing anything next Friday morning at 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning, come hang out with me and watch the runners run into the woods.
We pay so much attention in the fall to the football season and to the volleyball season that we forget there are wonderful athletes from all over the state and from Southeast that are competing in other sports that don't get the notoriety that those other 2 events do.
Well, that's a fact, and your big 3 are always going to be talked about the most is football, then basketball, then baseball and softball. But definitely giving some love out to the cross country coaches and runners. They've done a great job, and swim's about to head off into districts, and that's 29 athletes right there on the swim team.
That's excellent.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
So
excellent.
and I was talking to Coach Brooks and Coach Mueller, and it looks like we have a shot to send some kids on into regionals. So that's a good thing too. So to answer your question, fall sports are wrapping up just fine, doing a good job, and we're getting geared up for winter sports.
And speaking of winter sports, we have boys basketball, girls basketball, wrestling, and that's going to kick off next month.
Yeah, well, no, it's going to kick off here in about 2 weeks. So, yeah, I guess
Which
would
is
be next month. But
Joe, that's next month.
I got you, but the weeks thing I think sounds a little better. But let's not leave out girls weightlifting. I mean, these I had somebody say, there's weightlifting in high school? I said, yes, ma'am. I go, and they are awesome.
And we've had some success through the years with our female weightlifters.
I'll tell you what, Coach McKnight does a great job with those ladies. We got quite a few ladies out there doing it. Diana Tristan was in my office today. Great kid. I know she's going to compete to possibly go to the state meet this year. He's got a couple others that got a shot to go to states too. So, yeah, it's not just baseball, basketball, and all that good stuff. We've got some other great sports too. But you did mention boys basketball, but I do got to throw this out there. Girls basketball as well, and we've got the legend John Harder in his final season.
Yeah,
coaching.
you beat me to that.
Yeah,
you beat me to that.
That's going to be fun too. He's got a poster going around school, one last ride. So, hoping for a very successful season for Coach Harder, so he can end on a big note.
It's amazing how long he has been working not only in athletics at the high school level. He started off in Illinois, but all the years that he has been dedicated to the Seminole athletic program, and he's a great teacher, a great social studies teacher.
Yeah, 45 years he's been at it. I said, man, Coach, you've been doing this longer than I've been alive. He goes, that hurt a little bit, Coach.
I was coming to the end of I had made my decision to retire 2 years ago after my 39 years. And one of the very first people that I went to tell was John Harder in his classroom. And he just kind of looked at me dumbfounded and said, I thought the 2 of us were going together. And I went, Coach, I don't know what your plans are, but your plans are still out there. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Any secrets, any plans on what we're going to try to do for him this season?
Well, I think the big thing that happened for him was last year when he hit that milestone of 800
Yeah.
wins. And I'd say we did a pretty good job in throwing him quite the bash. And there was a bunch of old alumni and some of his former players. And we packed that gym and had a nice little party afterwards and cut down the nets. And that's how many people do you know that have won 800 wins in their sport? I mean, it's kind of unheard of. I think there's only like one or two other people in the country that have done that.
And oddly enough, and this was not anything planned, SCTV was there for the 700th win, and then we were also fortunate enough to be able to broadcast the 800th win. And I was there for both of them. It was so exciting. He's a humble man and takes no credit for any successes that his players have brought to Southeast High School.
Yeah, he's always very appreciative of everything that I do, and I'll tell you, it's he's been really great to have as a coach, and I'm going to miss him, but I'm also going to enjoy having him this one last year. And I know it's going to be emotional for him, and as I can only imagine, you do something for as long as he's done it, with the success that he's done it. I just hope for a good year so it ends in a good way for him, and I know that it will, as long as they're competitive and they act the way they're supposed to. He's real big on teaching these girls to act like young ladies and women, and
Absolutely.
and they will, and that's
Discipline,
been his
discipline,
motto.
and that's always been the mark of, there are two things that you knew it was a John Harder basketball team if you didn't see John sitting on the bench. Number one was defense.
Yeah.
Defense, and the second one was discipline.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good one. I was teasing him about some things the other day, and he's actually down in the concession stand doing his turn with his team down the concession stand. I said, you didn't think I was going to let you off the hook like that just because it's your last year, did you? I said, I want you to remember this concession stand. There's a reason you're getting out of this thing.
All right, let's talk about an untalked about sport at Southeast in many places, the wrestling team.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what.
Talk to me wrestling.
I'm excited about wrestling, and the reason I'm excited is because we've got a new wrestling coach this year. His name is Tippy Golphin, and his assistant coach is Alex Machad, who's also an assistant baseball coach. I'll tell you what, they've got 14, 15 guys that are interested and have been showing up on an everyday basis for voluntary workouts, and that's not including the football players that when they're done with their season, they're going to hop out there. So talk about trying to get things back to where a legend left things, and that's Coach Bob Thomas.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so really looking forward to getting that going.
And we just a couple of years ago, we had a very successful wrestling season where we had 4 or 5 wrestlers actually made it to the state championships.
We only had one, and that was Cam Rosario. He made it to
No,
states.
this was a 3 years ago.
A couple years. I'm sorry, misheard you. Last year we had one, but yeah, a couple years ago when Mr. Bradshaw was still here, you had about 3 go, because when I was at Sarasota Military, we had 2 go, so I saw him there. Yes, you're exactly right.
So do we have anybody that's returning do we have some prospects?
Oh, yeah, Cam Rosario is coming back as a senior, and I asked him the other day, and I said, hey, what's your goal this year? And he goes, well, I want to make the podium at state. I go, the podium? I go, what's wrong with you, son? I go, that's not good enough. I go, we need to be top 3, top 5. I said, you need to try and win that thing. So, Cam's coming back, and we've got a couple other nice young guys that are on that are going to be on the team. We're going to have almost a full load where we won't miss any weight classes.
Excellent.
And we're bringing back the Southeast Duels is coming back January 26th. So looking forward to that. We're bringing wrestling back to where it's supposed to be at Southeast High School.
We had a few years ago, we broadcast some wrestling matches. So maybe I can convince the new director of television, Amanda Clark, that maybe she could do a wrestling match or 2.
Well, we only have one home match this year, and that will be the Duels. Didn't want to, drown the new wrestling coach. He's, getting his feet wet. He's a new teacher here to the school, so let's let him get his feet wet with the Southeast Duels, that big meet one day, and then maybe next year we could look at doing a duel match on a weeknight here in the gym and rock the house, and that would be fun. All for it, but just not this year.
All right, so tell me, I'm not familiar with the Southeast Duels. Tell me about them.
Southeast Duels has been a wrestling match that's been going on here at this high school for many years that I can't even count. And last year, due to a new coach being hired, and I wasn't here when he got hired, and just some scheduling snafus that happened along the way in between the transition from the old AD and then me getting here. They lost that date, so Palmetto scooped it up so we could keep it local. But it's been a wrestling match that a lot of people have attended for years, and it's been very well known as a good wrestling match. And we're bringing that back, and it's actually, you know, quite a few teams participating, and it's a good way for us to make some money off of gate and entry fees by wrestling teams.
And when does it occur?
January 26th. It's a Saturday, and
Okay.
it'll be all day. So you want to see some wrestling?
That's
9
exciting.
o'clock in the morning, probably end about 5, and you're going to see some guys getting after it.
Plus, we also run a great girls basketball tournament during Christmas time.
Willie Clemens is during Christmas. I believe it's 27th, 28th, and 29th. And we've got 8 teams that come in and compete. And tell you what, that's a nice tradition to carry on. You know, I graduated high school with Willie Clemens' grandson. So Willie, and I'm glad to be able to be a part of that.
All right, well, listen, Joe, this is our last conversation. Last home game of the season, and we'll be heading down to Port Charlotte to finish up the season next weekend. But it's been a pleasure to have you. You're a joy to have, and I'm glad that we're able to have these little talks because we find out so much more about what's going on in the athletic department at Southeastern, what great things you guys are doing.
Well, I love the fact that you guys like to have me up here. I appreciate it. And as I always do before I go, though, so thank you guys for letting me come up and spend some time up here and talk to the Southeast fans. But you got to give it up for this SETV crew. These kids are absolutely amazing. I know you guys can hear me out there. You truly are the best, and it's awesome to see national champions work all the time. You guys are amazing. I look forward to doing some softball and baseball games this upcoming year.
You enjoyed that last year, didn't you?
I'm going to crush it again. I'm going to tell you that. So I can't wait. As you can tell, I like to talk a little bit. Get me rolling, and it's time to go.
Well,
but thanks, guys. It's been fun.
It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Joe Collis, Athletic Director at Southeast High School and head of the Seminole Nation. We're looking at on the screen another one of the fantastic groups that are here at Southeast, and that's the Seminole Marching Band. They'll be taking this program that they're doing right now into competition, I believe, in 2 weeks. And they're always spectacular students that play in the Seminole Marching Band and Color Guard, all the dancers. And now it's time we have to wake up my partner in crime, because he was just kind of sitting back playing with his iPhone, because we alternate talking to Joe. Joe's the one that has to work hard at halftime.
You know what? I liked what Joe had to say. I was really impressed with what Joe had to say. Not so much about the football team, because you know they're making all the statements they need to tonight on their own. But none of them are good. But the upcoming wrestling. What's going on next week? Where do we go next week? Well, I mean, we don't.
We go to
there.
Port Charlotte. Well, no, SETV will not travel, but the final game of the season is down in Port Charlotte.
You know, he made a comment about SCTV. And I want to say something because, you know, I still have an opportunity to sit in and watch what's going on there. And their director of programming, Amanda Clark, isn't even here tonight. These kids have done everything on their own. I was asked to sit in case there was problems. There's been no problems. During the setup, the pre-broadcast brief, everything up to this point right now has been nothing but high school kids. And, you know, Joe is right. We see a couple of national champions out there. We see a whole team at SCTV that is just best in the country. There's no question.
Well, and I'm very proud because as director of television for 13 years here at Southeast and building the program, I am so proud that we and was extremely happy when we were able to get former student of Southeast High School, Amanda Clark, who was also a national champion for us and graduated from the University of Florida with a broadcasting degree, and we got lucky. Very, very lucky. And what was great is the trickle-down teaching that happens. Yes, Amanda's in charge and she makes all the calls, but the students, the seniors and the juniors that have been in the program for 2 or 3 years, it's a trickle-down effect. And that very first time that intern beginning student finishes up a football game and they're having to pull out that cable, and you've never seen the way coaxial cable has to be rolled and the very specific way, and they have all that teaching going on.
And what the folks at home aren't seeing or don't know is that right now at this point of the season, more chance than not, there's an intern on the camera.
Yeah.
And so you might see a little bit of shake or they miss a little bit of the play or whatever. But remember, these are kids that this is the first time or second time that they've been on the camera. Okay, that excuse me. That's because our juniors, our seniors are now basically practicing that controlled release. They're moving back, letting the kids on their way up become good. And next year, it will run just like it did this year. And the year after that, the way Amanda's doing it, is going to run just like it did.
And we should give an awful lot of credit to the current president.
You know what? We should.
Brianna.
Brianna. We can't say last names here, but let's say something about Brianna. She, I've also got her in class, and it's kind of fun. She's been so excited about doing this day without Amanda here. And she's just been, jumping the bits. Can't wait to do it. Can't wait to do it. We even had rain today during setup, but we haven't had rain for weeks. Nothing flustered her.
Well, she's doing an absolutely phenomenal job. I remember when she came in as a freshman and how quiet and meek she was in the background. And
Not
now
anymore.
she is in charge of this entire production right now.
Okay, well, we're getting ready for kickoff.
We are.
Yeah, we are. We get to receive
Now,
it
does
this
that
time.
mean we are or
No,
the teams
we are ready. We are getting ready to receive the kickoff. We're
Okay.
not ready. You and I
We're
are not ready. No.
The Seminoles, as in we the Seminoles.
Yes.
Okay.
And the players look like they might be ready.
Okay. So
We'll see about that.
back to receive, as always in the first half. Pettigrew.
Pettifer.
And
Man, number 3.
off his hands.
That's
Takes
Ty-
it back to the 10, picks it
Tyron
up. He's going to
Davis.
pick up about a 10-yard gain before he's brought down. Should have left it alone. Looked like it was going to go out of bounds again. It's twice, because I thought in that first half, after the Tornadoes got their first touchdown,
But what Foster
that it was going to go out of bounds
what
on
did
that
Foster
side.
say? He said take it. Foster said take it. Now, he's not here anymore. He can't talk. But Foster said, in that situation, you don't know which way that ball is going to bounce. Okay, it could end up down there on the 1-yard line. If you can get it, take it.
I disagree. If it looks like it's going to go out of bounds
But
on
you
the
don't
15,
drop it. But
take
you
it.
don't drop
Take
it.
the first. Take it 1st and 10 on the 30.
You catch it and run. You don't drop it.
Okay, 1st and goal for the Seminoles.
First and goal.
For 1st and 10 for the Seminoles. It was wishful thinking. Well, a goal, 1st and goal would be
we're playing a new
what?
new
78 yards.
we're playing a new sport. Folks.
It's 1st and 78. Jeez. I think it's time to go. We got the head coach of the girls weightlifting team, Mr. McKnight, right behind me. I think he should take over this headset.
Well, he knows football.
You know how everybody shakes their head. Nobody wants to do this, but they'll sit and they'll laugh. Hand off to Wilson. Trips up on his own feet,
he
goes
tripped
down
himself.
for
Nah, he
a
slid.
good 4-yard loss.
We'll let it say that.
Is
he
there such a
slid.
thing as a good 4-yard loss?
Yeah, he could have dropped the ball.
No,
That would be a bad 4-yard loss.
4-yard loss is there's nothing good about it. That's going to make it 1st and 10
Coach
or 3rd
McKnight
and
is
10.
back here laughing at us. I want
He
you
is
to know that.
indeed.
Yeah.
He knows
He knows the
pressure.
game. He used to be our offensive coordinator. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I thought it was
defensive coordinator. See how offensive we are to him?
Stamped Malik out to the flat,
Well, that'll be a
taken at
catch.
the 30-yard line. It's going to be short by about 4 yards.
That was a lot of work for coming up short.
Receiver was number 9. That was Calvin Clark.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he knew where that.
You're wrong.
He knew where that flag
You're
was.
wrong.
Shouldn't he just grab that line and ran down it?
You're wrong. It's time.
I'm just saying.
So we're
Especially on
3rd
third down.
and 3
I think it's 4th.
this 4th and 3. God, we did not start this second half very well. On the Seminoles 30-yard line,
That's why I say you run out to that line and just go there.
Gets the punt away. Gets a nice high spiral. It's going to bounce on the 43. The
Take a Seminole bounce.
Tornadoes are going to let it go by. Downed on the 32-yard line. Nice kick. Nice roll. That's a good turnover. It's going to give the
33.
Tornadoes 1st and 10.
I say it's down on their own 33.
3.
Yes.
3.
Yes, that's what I said.
Yes, it is. But
That's not
at
what you
least I
said.
didn't say 1st and goal.
No, you didn't.
No. I
Is
already
it?
said that stupid thing earlier. And
you know,
which, of course, you
as
jumped
if-
on right away.
as if I
and
make
it's
no
going to
blunders.
destroy my ESPN career.
As if I make no blunders. And Mikey, you
I
certainly have.
I never
You know
ridicule
what?
you.
No,
Never,
and
never,
here's
never.
the thing: you have
Nah,
trained
no
so
problem.
many people that might actually end up at ESPN.
I've actually, it's been kind of
Yeah.
cool because I've had 2 students do their internship.
That's right.
And one of them is actually working for ESPN Plus at the University of Missouri. Snap
a
to
pass.
Benson. Wow, that was a really short throw to the receiver. That bounced a good 5 yards in front of him.
Well, I think he was aiming for that spot of grass right there between
Is
the two
that
of
where
them.
the receiver was supposed to be
Yes.
as opposed to
That-
running his
yeah,
pattern?
it was a timing pattern.
Okay.
There's no question.
Well, there was no timing to it whatsoever. It's 2nd and 10. Ball is sitting once again on the 33
Oh, Mr.
yard
Foster's
line.
back to make more
Mr.
comments.
I thought Mr. Foster left. Mr. Foster keeps shaking his head at us every time we say something stupid, which is his head.
He's
is
gonna have a very
his
sore
neck.
neck.
Is sore. Snaps to Benson, quick pitch out, catches. Is going to get to the outside. Good hard run, takes it close to the 1st down.
Well,
Going to be just shy. Yeah.
Did you see that big number 4 out there? Tony Registrar. He's the biggest guy out there.
A
You'll see
great
it in a
run
second.
by number 18, Jacques Jones, or Jacquez. I've seen it pronounced both ways.
Big number 4.
Big number 4. That's the wide receiver that got
Yeah,
all snippy
well,
at the
I'll tell you
beginning
what,
of the game.
He's a big boy.
He is indeed, and it's very odd that
And
he's
he
playing
blocked-
a wide receiver.
He
must
blocked
have.
somebody.
He is a big boy. There's no question
He
about
blocked
that.
somebody over there, and somebody just went.
Boom.
Yeah, it was like he's a big boy. And
Handoff up the center.
number 6.
Pick
looked
up
like-
by a pickup of about 3 yards.
Was that number 6?
I don't believe. I don't know. No, it was number 5. Shall
Well,
we
5,
Why
6,
don't you
they're
say
they're pretty
5? Who's the player?
good. Number 5? That would be Thomas. He's
Good
been,
hard
he's
run
been
for a 3-yard pickup.
Antoine. Or Antron. Don't want to get his name wrong.
Well,
Who stopped him?
Southeast.
I agree. And they did a good job of it. Okay, second, what do you say, 7?
Handoff once again. Good coverage by number 10 of the Seminoles. That's going to be Demetrius Bryant.
And number 7.
Here comes a replay.
But you can see that that's dropped for a loss now, so that's nice.
Huge
probably
loss.
3 or
There's
4
a
yards.
snap. There's a handoff. Seminoles are going brought down by 2 of the Noles, 27. And there's number 10. 27 for the Noles was,
Javian McLaurin.
thank you,
Number
I had
10, Demetrius Bryant. You had to cough. That happens. We should have a little cough.
we don't have a cough switch.
We got 13.
Why didn't you tell me that while I was in charge of the money, we needed to buy cough
I
buttons?
did.
Running right. Benson does not make the outside. Good containment on the outside. Brought down by number 27 of the Noles.
And now it's
That's
going
going
to
to
be
be
4th.
JV and McLaren. Ellern.
I won't say
Ellern,
it's
that
4th
can't
and
be spelled
tomorrow,
right, I'll
but
put
it is 4th and late tonight. That's 20 yards now, or 18 yards.
It looks to me like it's good 4th. Is this
There comes the replay. I think
comes another one.
we're going to see.
Tries to take it around the outside himself. Good
Grab.
shoulder tackle. Throws him off and
You know
then
what?
stays
and
with
stays
it.
right with
Gets
it. That
him
was
down.
cool.
Excellent, excellent defense. Thank you. 4th and 18. Here comes the attempted punt.
Whoa, that's
That's
better.
pretty awful, and it's still the best one that he's done so far. Takes a little bit
No,
of
no,
bounce
that
forward,
was-
down to the 42-yard line.
That was
No,
10,
no, don't-
24 yards line. 24 yards.
Yeah. And 20 yards off the ground.
But that was 24 yards.
It keeps us from running the ball back.
That was 24 yards. That's
Give
twice
points.
what he's kicked before.
That's true.
He's doubled
He
his
actually,
performance.
he actually, that's probably the most total in one punt than he has if you combine the rest of them.
Oh, I agree.
That's so cruel. Why did I say that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Huggins
you're
takes a snap,
bad
hands it
man.
off to Wilson. Wilson jogs around the outside, does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Great tackle by number 14, Eric Vega.
But you saw that. You know, it helps when it's on our own sideline, doesn't
It is. If it's on the other side, now I can't
We
see
can't see
squad.
it.
I haven't
right
even,
here, we have no problem.
I haven't
whatsoever.
even seen. I'm seeing so well, yeah,
So,
that I quit watching the television. Got to
So no
watch the
game.
television, Mikey.
no game. Second and 10.
Second and 10. Ball is on the Seminole 42-yard line. Snap back, hands off to Wilson. Wilson over in the center, fighting hard. Good fight. Fought hard yards.
I'll tell you what, Wilson ran a lot of steps to get 5 yards, but he did get 5 yards.
He
Good.
got 5 yards. Take a look.
I know.
Dead center.
Yeah.
It's going to make it 3rd and 5. Ball sitting on the Seminole 47-yard line.
3rd and 5. We haven't often seen this look at the second marker, have we?
This look.
Yeah, usually it's like 3rd and like 25.
Oh, like 90 miles.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure.
I'm
what that
not
was.
sure where he was throwing the ball.
Well, the intended
It looked
receiver
like there
down
were.
there is
It looked
Pettifer,
like
or-
there were 2 white jerseys, 3 orange jerseys, and no one near him.
Well, he
where
threw
the
it
ball
behind
was
Ryan
thrown.
Pettifer. It was clearly toward Ryan Pettifer, but
Well, it was clearly
his
towards a
hand was
lot
on
of
top
people,
of the ball, and
but
it was,
nowhere near
and,
anybody. Mr. Foster is shaking his head. Are you in agreement that that just didn't look like it was going to anybody? All right, 4th and 5.
I wish Mr. Foster was doing color. He knows this game.
Nice.
Wow, what a
nice
kick.
by Aragon. Taken by Booker at the 25-yard line. It's getting to the outside. Found the wall. Seminoles are trying to knock him out of bounds and finally do.
What
Ball
was
is
I talking about? Taking the ball, holding on to it, and just running. Don't look,
32-yard line
Just run.
of the Seminoles.
I mean, he got.
It's number 1, Charles Ward.
He got a 52-yard run back on that because he just took off. He didn't wait. He didn't look. He just took off.
I think that 52 was like when Mr. Foster said they used to make up numbers. Did you actually make a subtraction?
20, 30, 40, 50. Now we got to.
I'll go with it. Nobody knows.
Well, no, and look at where it is now. Of course, we've got some things happening on. We've got a flag out on the field. You know, this type of thing with it's probably a block in the back or an illegal receiver downfield or.
It's a penalty.
Well, the refs have not had enough yards recently.
No, they haven't. This is their first walk-off of the second half.
You know, and they need their exercise too.
It's going to start at the 45.
And it's walking for us against the Tornadoes.
It's a holding call. No, it's a 15-yard penalty.
Well, you know, that's marked off for a holding call, and that's what he's called.
It's going to be
foul.
1st and 10, so just about where the Tornado receiver took the ball,
Is where they take the
where
ball.
they are going to be starting off this series.
Is this a water break?
5:41 could be.
They need water. They need to hydrate. Hydrate is very important.
You know, we're really excited about YouTube.
You are?
Yes, we are.
Why?
Well, because we have gained over 100 brand new subscribers. Now,
take a look on there and see how many
if
people are looking
you-
right now.
see if anybody's actually watching
Yeah.
the game.
And while we do that, I'm going to say that, you know what? We are excited, but not just about YouTube. We're excited about social media in general right now. Okay? You can visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/SEHS Television. There you get links to all of our live broadcasts and updates on the programs. We are also on Instagram at SEHS Television. And there you can find some more behind-the-scenes footage from our students and program director. Our website is sctv.news, and you can find all of our social media links there. Be sure to follow us and make sure to subscribe to you on this YouTube channel. It is 1st and 10.
55 watching.
Wow.
I'm not sure that the
Oh,
wonderful, there's another flag.
Huh.
Holy
Oh,
cow.
yeah,
now
that's
we're
gonna
going to
get a
get
little
little
mean.
chippy out on the field.
There's another flag.
Flags are flying all over the place. Seminole hit the number 4, and this is
This is what Jim Collins was
register.
talking
This
about.
This is register again. He's the one that caused the problem on like the second
Number
play
4,
of the
but
game.
this
Here
one I
comes
don't
a
think is
replay.
his problem.
Let's see if we can see what happened out of bounds. Pitch to number 4. Heck of a
strong
stiff arm. But then the Seminoles are going to retaliate out of bounds.
Here. Yeah, and
He's just a strong guy. I'm
He
not
is.
sure that
okay, so they get a hold.
stiff arm was illegal
Looks like there was a hold
against the Tornadoes in
and
the
a-
backfield.
and a
That was the
personal
first.
foul against
That
us.
was the first flag that was thrown. We're going to watch as the referees hash out what's going to happen.
Well, theoretically, there's 2 there.
I sure hope that they got rub downs on their arms because they have. They've thrown these flags a lot tonight.
Well, it looks like they're not calling. I don't know if they're calling the second one because.
There's a
Are they going to
mark-on.
walk both of them? Okay, so there's a live ball walk-off, according to Mr. Foster and Coach McKnight. Now they're going to walk the other way because they need more exercise.
Can we get these 2 guys on these headsets so we can
Oh, man, that would be
listen
great.
to them talk football as opposed to
That would be
us
fantastic.
just trying to wing it? I feel like
Okay, so here we go. Here comes the other direction.
now they're going the other way.
You know, that just seems wrong to me. You know, can't you add like 15 and 15 and end up in the same spot? Or
Yeah.
10 and 15?
The referees need exercise. So after all of that, it's going to be on the 31-yard line of the
Well,
Tornadoes.
he did get 30 more steps on his iPhone today, or his iWatch. So is it first down now?
Can it be? Is
Should-
that right? First down
And
and
six?
6?
Okay, well, we're going to say that the refs are always right. It's just like Manatee County. It's always right.
Benson, hand off.
Well, he's not going anywhere.
Hit in the backfield of a 3-yard loss by a number of Seminoles.
This seems to be somewhat consistent.
Tackled by number 5, Cameron Rosario. Cameron's had an excellent defensive game tonight.
Can we say that Bayshore is sort of like the refs? They take a couple steps forward, then they take a few steps backwards.
Bayshore?
Bayshore, did I say Bayshore?
Yeah,
Can we
you
say Booker is sort
There
of
you go.
is
I
sort
was
of
going
like-
to say, why are you bringing Bayshore into this game? These 2 teams
Because
can't
we
play.
won.
And Bayshore's even got a worse record.
We won.
Can you believe that Bayshore was 3-0 at one point in this season?
I can,
Well, I'm glad you can because they were.
because they're not now.
No.
But of course, no one is 3-0 this time of year. Sorry.
Snap to Benson, drops back, looks right, scrambles, throws over the middle,
And he threw it over the middle.
and tempted to hit Tony Register. Threw it behind him. Ball is incomplete. Now they have moved the downs marker to another Oh, that's after the
That was
the
after
that play where they lost yardage. So it's going to be 3rd and 9. Mr. Foster, I have difficulty holding thoughts.
He has difficulty, Mr. Foster, but that's
retaining
okay.
memory.
This is
you
the
know,
blind leading the blind. and
we
we're having
talked
so
about-
much fun.
We talked about you and I in dementia the other night at my home, did we not?
Do you remember?
Mad Cow. He doesn't. He remembers talking about Mad Cow. I talked about dementia. Oh, the Seminoles are making some noise. Snap to Benson. Cuts it inside. It's going to take it out to almost the
close to
40-yard
first down.
line.
Depends on where they mark it. They're going to mark it short.
They marked him short. It's going to be at the 38-yard line.
So 4th and 1.
It's going to be 4th and
A short one.
no, that's about an average size one.
Is that what it was? That's the average size of a one?
That's the average size of a one.
You have great
But it
eyes.
is 4th down. 13 left in the third quarter. Seminoles are still with the only scoring done by the Seminoles is safeties, and they had nothing to do with either
So
one of them.
basically, right now, the Tornadoes have scored 11 points.
Yes, they have. Well, they've scored.
They scored 11 points.
They've scored 3 because they scored a 7-point touchdown and then gave away 4.
Okay.
Wasn't that generous of them? Here comes the punt. Oh, where did this punter come from?
Wow, and it's even taken a tornado bounce.
Tornado bounce takes it down to the 33-yard line. That looked like a punt.
Well, you know, we have 3 minutes and 36 seconds and score to go in the third quarter. Score 4-7. It's anybody's ball game. Why can't the refs win? They're getting the most yards.
They are the ones that are working the hardest and the most efficient. And they haven't had any sportsmanlike conducts called against them yet.
You know, you were going to say a little bit about Demetrios because Demetrios provided the pizza.
Oh, yes, I was. You know, for years, Manatee County and Sarasota County had hospitality for all the people that are working the games because people would have to go from their jobs and immediately come to the schools.
And they
to
get
work
hungry.
them. And they were hungry. So, first and 10 for the Seminoles.
You'll get back to that short in a
I'll
second.
come back and talk more about that. Do not let me forget. Hand off to Wilson. Wilson jukes out, goes.
Ran a lot for the short gain.
He didn't run that much.
For
Looks
the
like
short gain
a
that he got.
Very short gain. Pushed back by
And so you're talking about-
number 23, Jalon Clark.
So you're talking about the hospitality.
Yeah, but I don't have. I'll get to that when we got a little more time.
Okay, folks, remember hospitality.
Hospitality by Demetrios. Under pressure, rolls right, looks like he's going to run, gets finally knocked out of bounds. Excellent run, and
Oh,
we've got a personal foul by number 2 of Booker High School, Jeremiah Davis. Here comes the replay. We may get a chance to see this personal foul. Got hit out of bounds. Excellent run, still
Wow,
in
so
bounds.
nice.
Excellent camera work. Finally brought out of bounds right there. And then here comes the body
somebody
slam.
else coming in. Yeah,
That's the body slam.
even took out that
That's
poor
going to
little kid
knock
right
on
there.
another 15 yards. Excellent camera work by our SCTV students.
Little kids are down there holding his stuff. there.
Looks like they did get him stepping out about the 36-yard line.
Personal foul
Personal foul against
Tornadoes.
Booker, and that's going to be another 15-yard walk-off. That's going to get the Seminoles into the Tornado side of the field.
Sure is. And
He's going to walk, honestly. He is going to
He needs the
walk.
exercise.
There he goes.
4, 5, 6.
Don't count. Don't count. We know it's 15.
Okay, well, I just thought it'd be kind of fun.
Excellent play, though, once again by Malik Huggins.
Sure.
You know, I just found, we were talking about this last week, that we don't know what the ages are of these students.
He's a
Malik's
sophomore.
a sophomore.
I know.
Or sophomore.
A sophomore.
Sophomore.
Sophomore. Wise fool. That's
Getting
what that
some
means.
great experience in this
You bet. Think of him in a couple of years, man.
in sophomore season.
He's got an arm.
He
Yes.
has 2. Option, takes it off tackle, reads it, takes it down to the 40-yard line of Booker. 9-yard pickup.
So Malik Huggins basically becoming the one-man machine. They're gonna mark it 7 yards. So it'll be second, third.
You know,
Second
if
three.
you'd have left it alone,
Mhm.
nobody would have known. You had to correct me.
Sorry.
There's a handoff to Wilson. Wilson is hit, spun around.
By number 6, big guy.
Big guy. Number 6,
Jacques
Jaquez Bristol.
Bristol.
Big guy. Grabbed him by the jersey,
And
swung
just
him
spun him.
around, and just for good measure, swung him around again.
You know, and then made sure they let go of him so he'd go backwards.
Absolutely. And after no pickup.
That means it's third and.
Tree.
Well, no contact.
Oh, now we
that
got
one
movement
was-
over.
that's
I'll
gonna make
bet
it
that's going to back up the Seminoles another
3rd and
5
8.
yards. Mr. Foster did not like that at all. He was actually just kind of transfixed on the game, and boy, those flags flew.
Was he enjoying
and
himself for
Mr.
just
Foster
a second?
leaned back in his chair, folded his arms, and shook his head. That's going to make it 3rd and 7.
Mr. Foster sure don't want to get on the microphone a little bit. I bet you'd have a great old time.
I
don't-
think Mr. Foster would have difficulty saying nice things
I
about
think
this game.
you know what?
Malik under pressure, runs the left side, gets beyond the line of scrimmage, but goes
Yeah.
out of bounds after a short gain. This is going to make it 4th
Honestly, last week we were bored.
and 7.
Okay. Because there was nothing happening from that southeast
Well, it was
side.
happening. It wasn't happening for the Knowles. It was all
Exactly.
happening for Hardee.
At least now, no one's playing. So we can be bored for a different reason.
So what you're saying is we can make fun of both teams equally?
Exactly. Well, right now I think we can make a little bit less fun of the Tornadoes because they're leading,
And they gave us 4 points.
and they gave us 4 points.
4th and 8. Minute 9 left in the 3rd quarter.
You know, they'd only have to do that 2 more times, and they could score all the points and still lose.
Oh, we have a fake,
And
he is
Going
going
to
to get the first down. Excellent run, made the corner. Ball carrier was number 5, Cameron Rosario. Good 15-yard pickup. 1st and 10 Seminoles.
you know, he's a tough guy. You know, we've seen him so much on the defensive side. It's kind of nice seeing him running offensively.
Absolutely.
We got 1 minute left in the 3rd quarter. Let's energize these Seminoles a little bit. Here we
Ball's
go.
on the 34. Excellent. We're going to get a replay out of this puppy. There's the fake. Snap directly to Rosario. Breaks tackles. 15-yard pickup. Superior work. And
First
once
and
again, SCTV students, way to go. Great job.
They're on it.
Well, they weren't on it.
They were on
They
it.
weren't on it.
Their cameras were on it.
Okay, I'll give you that. 1st and 10 for the Knowles. Huggins looks back, throws over the center, and that lack of catching just made Mr. Foster
Sit
cringe.
back again. He cringed again.
Pick.
You know, and this from a wide receiver coach.
Directly into the hands of number 23, Ryan Pettifer.
You know, and Pettifer can catch.
Well, both of them can. It's just this one, Brian chose not to catch this time. It's going to make it 2nd and 10. 33 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Oh,
Don't yawn.
tired.
Don't yawn.
I'm bored.
The game's great.
Oh, it is great. You're right. Well, it looks like Huggins is going to,
Huggins around the
Carried
outside doesn't
himself.
make it to the first down.
but that's going to make it 3rd, and not as much.
3rd and 5.
Okay, so if they got 5 yards every single play, life would be good.
Well, that's the Woody Hayes philosophy of football. 5 yards in a cloud of dust. Oh, low snap, picks it up, down, throws it out in the right flat to.
Caught, and
Bye. Give me some-
immediately.
Give me a number, give me a number, give me a number. There's a 2, there's a
23.
3.
Pettifer.
Excellent. It's going to be short of the first down, though. Pickup of 4.
So,
It's
you know,
gonna be
Pettifer caught it, but
Here comes the
he
replay.
immediately lost his legs, as you'll see here on the replay.
Excellent
Turn,
catch and fell. His feet slipped out from under him,
but
or he
4th
would have
and
made
1.
it to the first down. We've got 4th and 1,
And at the end of the 3rd quarter.
and end of the 3rd
So
quarter.
you're
You know
telling a
what
little
they're
bit
going to
about-
do? They're going to walk that way.
Oh, you bet.
Talk that way. Let me
Walk
talk
that
about.
way,
Let's talk about
that way
Demetrios.
to the west. Talk about Demetrios.
Okay. Anyway, the story that I had was not able to finish is how many of the schools in Manatee and Sarasota High School used to do the hospitality
all of them
for
did
the
at one
adult
point.
workers. We are down to
All the old schools.
Southeast High School.
All the old schools did it old school.
Absolutely. Now I understand that
Well, we haven't been
Manatee
over to
still
Manatee.
does a little bit, but Southeast at this juncture, as far as we know, because we have not been to every high school in the
No,
Tampa
by
Bay
no means.
area,
But,
but we have a full meal for those people that are come and
you know,
work.
that's not
work these
just for
football
our
games.
people. We provide for the other teams, personnel in the box, reporters, et cetera, et cetera. Administrators.
Downs crew, administrators.
Uh,
Anyway, and tonight's meal, oh, great pizza tonight, along with the other stuff was supplied
the
by
shells is really good too.
Demetrios. So if you get a chance, head over to Demetrios's Italian restaurant at 720 Cortez Road West,
I love their salad dressing.
right here in Bradenton. I love the pizza, the hamburger pizza.
4th and 1.
Absolutely rocked my world tonight. 4th and 1. We're going to go for it.
We got a flag.
Except now it's going to be 4th
I don't know.
and 6.
I don't know.
Do you think we had some movement? Some
that,
encroachment over there?
you know, I saw
Okay.
the tornado line jump.
Referee teams getting together to discuss what they saw. What do we got? What do
I
we got?
saw Booker
Come
jump.
on. Come on. Give us a break.
Whether or not they were drawn, I don't know.
Legal procedure. That's going to make it 4th and 6.
But it's not going to change what
That
we're going
was
to do.
against us.
Yes, it was. But that's not going to change what we're going to do. We're still going to try to. We're going to go for it. That,
No, it doesn't look like we're going
that
to go
position
for
of
it.
the field, it doesn't make
Nah,
sense
there
to
goes
kick it from
there
here.
goes the kicking team. You know,
You know, back
as
here behind
inefficient,
us.
and by the bottom line is, as inefficient as both these offenses have been, and with a 7-4 score, why don't you go for it?
You know,
You're
exactly.
on the Tornadoes.
We
You're
need
on
3
the
points to
Tornadoes'
tie.
30-yard line.
We need 3 points to tie. We have a kicker that can really kick. You know, let's
Back
hope
to
he doesn't.
Aragon, puts it
Let's
up
hope
in
he
the air.
doesn't put it into
It's
the
going
end
to come
zone.
down about the 10-yard line. The Seminoles are going to down it deep inside of
Well,
the 5.
Okay, that was grab it and pull it back from the 5-yard line, but it is on the 5-yard line, and
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes on their own 5-yard line.
we've been here before.
We got them deep.
We've been here before.
Maybe we could turn this into
7-6
another,
game.
another safety. 7-6. You know, I told Mr. Athletic Director Collis, all we've got to do is get two
more safeties.
and we've got this game wrapped up.
You know, and I think that would be one of the first times that any team has ever scored all the points and lost. That would make newspaper. That would make the newspaper.
It would be, yeah, it would make it
Booker would look-
embarrassing.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for
And right now,
the Tornadoes on the
Southeast
5-yard
crowd is
line.
going
And
crazy.
back Benson is going to hit the left tackle. Ball come flying out.
It depends on are they going to say it's down?
They're
or are they
going to say forward progress.
Okay, so
Yeah, they said forward progress.
he got about 2 yards.
He got about 2 yards. Good, hard
and
fought.
he held
push.
on to the ball evidently
And-
long enough.
Well, and that's all you got to do is hold on to it long enough.
Yeah, you see Seminoles wearing pink socks today in honor of breast cancer awareness. We've got a.
We've got an illegal procedure motioned by a lot of
That's
the Tornadoes.
gonna
That's going to
walk
back it
'em
up.
back.
It's going to back them up half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, 5 yards. No, that does take them half the distance, doesn't it? They weren't 10 yards
Puts them on the
out.
4-yard line.
Oh, we're getting closer to that third safety. They're doing it for
We
us.
would be setting a Southeast record if we got a third one.
Do you know this for a fact?
No, I don't, but it's got to be close to it.
Well, the crowd's going crazy.
Snap running left.
Boom,
He's
and
gonna
that-
keep her.
oh, that
He
would've
almost
been-
had it. He almost had it. He's going to get it out. He's not going to make a first down. He takes it out to the 10-yard line. But that was
so
it. That
close.
was so
That
close.
hit
That was
in the
almost.
end zone.
That was almost. We'd have
Here
been
it
going
comes.
home.
We'd
We'd
see
have
it right
just
now.
stopped. He's got him right there. He's got him right there, and he breaks the
Boom,
tackle.
and
Gets on the outside. Out to the left side. Takes it out to the 10-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Oh, I would have gone home. I would have gone home.
No, you would not.
I would have too.
No, you
and
would not
I
have.
would have bought a Mega Million ticket, even though it's only worth
too
40
late.
million. Around the left side. Going to be stopped short of the line of scrimmage.
That's going to make it 4th down. Still 5 to go. They're going to punt. You know, if we can block it. Think about
Well,
this
no,
for a second.
that's how we got the first one. Was the ball was snapped over the punter's head.
Well, yeah, but if we can block this,
No, then we pick it up and it'd be a touchdown, one count.
I know we'd be ahead.
I want to win this game with nothing but safeties.
So what you want is a high snap.
I do.
Okay, so we're looking for the high snap here, folks.
Okay. Ward back to kick again. Now, he actually had a good punt on the last one. This one is not quite as good. It's going to be low. It's
Well,
going to
you know-
bounce out at the 41-yard line of the Tornadoes.
That saves them from a problem.
What's the problem?
Safety.
See, that wouldn't be a problem for us.
Well, it would be a problem for Booker. Okay, I'm just saying. How many viewers we got now? How many have we pissed off and gone away?
Hey, watch your language.
Well, I said pissed. They say that down in Australia all the time. It's when they drink.
Oh, that's when they're getting drunk.
Right. It's okay.
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
64.
More are listening. We cannot.
64.
We cannot push them out the door.
We can't handle this.
Oh man.
There's too much pressure on us to be able to accurately describe this game, which we haven't for 2 years at least.
Right. 1st and 10.
Snap to Malik, runs
He's gonna
right,
hold on
keeps
to
the
it.
ball, jumps inside. It's going to be a short pickup.
So 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, pick up a 4.
Hey, we're starting to agree with each other. It must be the end of the season.
Well, I just don't feel like disagreeing.
Okay. So 2nd and 5.5.
I'm going to disagree with that. Trips left, but we're going to have a timeout.
Is it like water
No,
timeout?
it's not
or is
water
this a real
time.
timeout?
This looks like a timeout.
Who called it?
I think it was it's a
it's an
injury timeout.
Okay. Sorry, folks. We don't want to make small of injuries. We respect the players out there. No question.
On the field, number 5 for the Tornadoes is Antron Thomas. But he's getting up. Hopefully it's just no more than maybe a cramp. He's walking off under his own
That's why they
power.
have water breaks, right?
Well, it's one of the
they-
reasons.
So they can hydrate and not do that. See, we hydrated. Look at that. Or we Gatorade.
It's still a hydration process. There is water. There is water in Gatorade.
I realize that.
2nd and 6 for the Seminoles. They're sitting on their own, on Tornadoes' 39-yard line. Looking back, looks
He's
left,
got time.
hits over the center of the field. Not going to struggle forward. It's going to get more than a first down.
Well, Ty Warren Davis hasn't made a whole lot of catches today. That one's a first down.
First down. That was a pickup of about 11.
And his first catch and first down.
Very good.
And
We're
you know what?
starting to get first downs.
Oh, we started, yes.
Hand off to Wilson. No. Fake
No.
around the right
Malik
corner. It's going
Huggins
to get a
kept it.
good run of approximately 8 yards by Huggins.
You know, we have 8:47
They
to go.
faked me out.
I'm sorry,
I thought he
8:55 to go.
I thought he handed it off, but I got faking it out.
You got faked?
Did Mr. Funderburg get faked out ever?
You know, I remember once or twice when Mr. Funderburg got faked it out.
Snaps, looks left.
Almost interception. I mean, I don't think he could have thrown it closer to the arms of number 2.
If he wanted to, I'll bet he could if he
No,
wanted
I
to.
would say that
I'll
one.
bet he could if
I
he
would
wanted
say
to.
that one was incomplete to
I'll
Jeremiah
bet he could
Davis.
if he
That's what
wanted
I'd
to.
say.
3rd and 3. Mr. Foster gets upset every time he sees a poor pass pattern, poor throw.
Oh, he would agree with me. That was an incomplete pass to Jeremiah Davis.
Running straight ahead, Wilson's going to get the first down and more.
Well, that's going to put him down on the 15-yard line.
We're inside the red.
You know what? We are now in.
We're
striking
getting first
distance.
down. We're going forward. We could lose the record here if
We could
if we get a
theoretically,
touchdown.
we could theoretically
we
cook
get
a
a
field goal here
touchdown.
too, and tie it up. Could you imagine that?
Looks left. Bubble screen
Tywarn
left.
Davis.
Down to the 5-yard line by Antoine.
Tywarn Davis gets 5 yards.
It's going to make it 2nd and 5. They're going to. Knowles are sitting on the Tornadoes' 10-yard line.
I'm sure glad you said sitting.
Did I say sitting?
Yeah, no.
What did I say?
you slurred that one a little bit.
No, I
It
did
did not
not.
sound good.
No, I did not.
Yeah, I think you did.
No, I
I
did
think
not.
you did. What we got here? We got timeout. We got a water break.
Now we got a water. No, it's not water break. I'm going to bet that it's the Tornadoes took a timeout and we just missed it.
You know what? That's what they're saying down in the other part of the field house down here. Oh, timeout. Booker.
Very cool.
You know, our kids are right on top of it.
They are. You know, we keep bragging about the SETV crew, but we can't say enough. Can we?
Oh, we could keep talking. They want to hear it. Trust me. They really want to hear it. We can
But
start.
you know, the only ones that are hearing it at the table, the real workhorses, the camera operators are
is
not
the whole
hearing
team
our praise.
working together.
They're not hearing our praise.
No, but it's the whole team working together. It's RJ down there on that camera. It's
Who's that?
RJ.
I don't know, RJ.
It's Griffin.
How
over
come?
here,
How come there's one over here, and there's 3 over here?
Well, clearly Griffin's got a couple of interns, and he's showing them what's going on.
Does
And-
Griffin
and
even
there
know what
is-
he's doing?
And there's an intern right
Does
there.
Griffin even know what he was
And see-
doing?
and
What
look,
he's doing?
Watch what happens here over here.
I can't.
because-
I've got to watch the game.
Well, you weren't. That was like a game.
Snap, handoff to Wilson.
Going
Wilson hits
nowhere.
the line of scrimmage and does not go anywhere. Dropped by number 51 of the Tornadoes. That would be Alpha Young Jr.
But so
We have a
anyway,
down Seminole.
That's not good.
That is Wilson.
Looks like he's trying to stretch out a little bit. That's what it looks like. Yeah.
There is the Southeast Seminole trainer, J.K.
Yeah, he's working that. Trying to stretch it out a little bit.
J.K.'s great trainer.
Okay, so anyway, you were saying over here with RJ, and well, there's an intern up there with him over here. on
Oh,
the
there's
left-hand
somebody
side.
up there now.
Over this side, Griffin's got 2 interns. One of them on the camera. Okay, and that's the good thing that makes Southeast
Okay,
happen.
so he is not an intern.
He's not an intern.
How many years has he been around?
He's in 10th grade. He's been here for a whole
Okay, so this is his 2nd year.
Yeah, and he's already training somebody.
Okay. See, it's starting to get to the point where I don't even recognize.
Griffin over there has been here
SCTV
for
students.
he's a junior, so he's training too. So
3rd and 6.
I'd love to see us score.
Ball sitting on the 10-yard line. Snap back to Malik. Under
He has to
pressure,
hustle.
lots.
He
of
has to hustle.
See if he can get outside and release it. Throws it out of bounds.
Whoa.
Just got rid of it. Now we have a Tornado player down. Malik has a great deal of speed that sometimes
he
gets
does.
him out of that kind of trouble. He was
Yeah,
able to get out
and-
around the players, but didn't get to the corner, but still was able to dump it off for incomplete.
So it's 4th down. What do you do?
Probably about the same thing that you normally do.
Well, at this point here, we actually do have a kicker that can kick.
Do we really want to go for a 7-7 tie? All right, look.
Well,
We're
what do
down
you
to the
want?
second
a 7-7
last-
tie,
second
or you
last
want to
game of
have
the
a
season.
7-4 loss?
Second to last game of the season. We're both 4-4. None of us is going anywhere.
Okay, we have 7 minutes and 18 seconds left on the clock. Okay, and so given that,
We
you
have
more chances.
We only have 7
you have
minutes.
3 more chances.
7 minutes and 18 seconds
How
left
many-
to our season. You and
Wow.
me.
That's sad.
That is.
You're going to make me cry, Mikey.
No, I won't.
Yeah,
No.
I feel bad.
No.
I feel really bad.
No. Hey, maybe we could talk SCTV into let us do a basketball game.
No.
No,
Please,
because we
no.
really don't
We
know.
don't
we
basketball.
really don't know what we're doing
Only thing I
there.
know about basketball is you take this round ball instead of this oblong ball and you try to throw it in this little hoop.
Okay.
That's
What
the only
else?
thing I know.
What else do you need to know?
Well, I guess we could do it, huh?
Yes, we could.
There's
Throws
things like
it
fouls.
at the hoop, didn't go in. Throws it at the hoop, went in. Yay!
There's things like fouls.
Well, there are things like, do they throw yellow?
No, they
piece-
don't throw yellow.
There's nothing thrown on the
no,
floor.
they do something with their hands.
Then how do they know?
They do something with their hands and they blow their whistle or something.
They blow a whistle.
I don't know. See, I don't know about basketball.
Oh, hey, here you go. You got your wish.
What? They blew a whistle?
No, Aragon's going to try a field goal.
Good.
Here's
It's up.
kick,
And it's.
and it is way
short.
right, not even close.
Well, I got
See?
my wish.
Yep. Be careful what you wish for, little buckaroo.
Well, see, now that leaves them where?
That leaves them still down 7-4,
Okay.
but well within the ability to be able to get 4.
They're going to move them up to the 20-yard line.
Yes, they are.
Okay. Given the demonstrated ability to move that ball,
Or lack of.
I think it's going to end up around the 15.
Oh, you know.
I'm sorry.
We need to get
I am
these 7
sorry,
minutes and
Tornadoes
16 seconds
fans,
over.
Those that are
Need to
listening.
get the 7 minutes and 16 seconds over.
I'm sorry,
Here come the
Tornadoes fans.
Do you think there are any tornado fans out there? You know,
Cussing
if
us.
there are any tornado fans out there, we're sorry.
Cussing us. I'm sure they're cussing us. I'm
Yeah,
sure
they
they're-
are.
I'm sure they're just
No,
saying.
they're trying to figure out who
Well,
the
I
two
can't
jerks
say
are
what they're
that
saying.
they gave the microphones
If I
to.
said what they were saying, that would not be good. So anyway, here we are. First and 10. Tornadoes
Benson
for the Tornado fans.
takes a snap, runs left. It's going to get hit in the backfield after a good 4-yard loss. Initially hit by number 27 of the Seminoles.
I could be wrong.
That's going to be Javian McLaren.
I could be wrong. It may be 4th and 20. I said 4th and 15, right?
Yeah, you did.
Well, now it's 2nd and 15.
Well, they could stay there.
They could, and then it would be 3rd and 15, and
Yes,
then it would be 4th and 15. I'm hoping now actually for a 3rd and 20.
We just need to get them to snap it up so that we can get the ball back and get a chance to try
That
to get
or an
scoring
illegal
before
procedure.
the end of the
Illegal
game.
procedure, because the refs haven't walked very much recently. Let's go for an illegal procedure.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that a long enough walk?
No, but it starts. You
Benson
know,
puts his man in motion.
every walk.
Do we have a procedure?
Okay, well that works too.
Delay of game. Now you're going to get to your 20. There you go. There's
Okay,
your 20.
so I could be wrong
they
again.
are
They're on their own 10-yard
rapidly
line.
and dynamically headed
Moving
backwards.
toward a safety. It's amazing.
2nd and 20. Ball is sitting on the 10-yard line. They're getting. They're trying.
They're
They
giving
are
us more
trying,
yardage
aren't
than we
they?
were getting.
They are trying.
Okay, so I really would like to see how many yards the refs got this year, this game. I think that would be one for the record books. But then again, with Booker, it's always that way.
Second and 20. Man in motion. Now what?
That would be number 21 who is in motion. Maybe he was
Here
in
we
too
go.
much motion.
That is illegal formation. They're going to move him back another 5 yards.
Keyshawn Timmons,
This
but it
could
stays
happen.
2nd down.
This could happen.
I said 4th and.
This could happen. I want to see it. You know, we almost got the last one.
You know, a short snap or a long snap, either one of those could be very, very beneficial.
They are having a great deal of difficulty just getting the play off.
Okay.
Nah, there's the
Same
same
play.
They want to get this play off. Here it
They
comes.
really wanted
Hits
that
the-
play. Well,
Hits
forward-
off tackle, but is going absolutely nowhere. Hit by a slew of Seminoles.
Forward progress moved it about 2 inches. I watched the guy over there with the number 3 thingy. The
Thingy?
pole. Yeah, thingy.
Thingy, it's
Yeah.
a downs marker.
Is that what that is?
That's what it is.
Well, anyway,
and you knew it was.
he
You
was over
just-
there with the number 3
You just
thingy.
wanted to say thingy to the whole
He
world.
was over there with the number 3 thingy, and I swear he moved it 2 inches. So now it's 3rd and whatever that is.
25.
Now, what did I say it was going to be? 4th and 25?
You
We're
said
getting there.
4th and 15, didn't
Oh,
you?
well, I screwed up then, huh?
Snap, handoff,
Well, he's going
up
to
the
get
center.
somewhere.
He's going to get in a bunch of yardage back.
Did you see that head-to-head?
It's going to be about a 15-yard pickup just over the very first line of scrimmage. Here comes a replay of it. There's the handoff. Good hard hit. Nice hole by the Tornadoes.
So it's 4th down, and they're within their original flags.
Flags.
4th and 8. Oh, flags.
Downs
Within their original
markers.
downs markers.
Town markers. It's just we've
Yeah.
said flag so much it's
Yeah.
stuck in your brain.
You know what? That's all we've had. So what is it? 4th and 9.
So Ward back to punt again.
All right, there's a lot of communication going on out there.
Gets it away, this time over the head of the Seminole, who was short. It's going to bounce down to the 32-yard line where it's going to be down by the Tornadoes.
Okay, so I do not know. I have no idea why Eli Daniels was sitting up here on the 45-yard line of our own. I mean, that makes no sense. Okay, we know the guy you can kick occasionally, but the last thing you want is for the ball to go up over your head and you just watch it take a tornado bounce, right?
Yeah.
That would be bad. That would not be good. It was not good. That means it is first and, as you would say, 68 yards.
That's 68. Have I ever said 68 yards?
First and 68. No, you said first and 73 or something.
So, yeah, I did. I also said first and a mile and second and a whole
anyway,
lot.
First down, 10 to go.
All right.
But we have 73 to
4:36
go.
36
to
left
go.
in the game.
68 to
31-yard line of the Seminoles. First and 10. Let's see if we can get a drive out of it. Get this game won.
And let's hope the drive is forwards and not backwards.
Hands it off to Wilson. Wilson's hitting the line of scrimmage, driving
They're
real
gonna
hard.
they're
There's a
gonna
whole
push.
lot of people in that scrum. Finally gets Wilson down. Looks like about a 5-yard gain.
Well, he
Out
carried the
to
whole crowd
the-
with him.
Just about.
You know, they work hard on those legs so they can carry 15 people away.
Out to the 37-yard line where
Or
it's
12
going
left.
to be second and 6. Hand off once again to Wilson. Driving hard again. Is brought down after a short gain.
Well, look there that Huggins didn't want to give away the ball because also the handoff, it didn't go quite as smoothly as they normally do.
We're under 4 minutes. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Seminoles need to pick up the pace just a little bit.
Well, we have 3:43 left to play.
Bad
I'm not sure what that
handoff.
was.
That's gonna go. That was ugly. Missed the handoff.
Well, you don't have much of
We
a
were
chance
lucky
at
we didn't.
handoff.
We were lucky we didn't lose the ball.
I'll tell
on
you,
the fumble.
Tornado was there saying, you can hand it to me.
Just about.
So, I mean, that line, just the offensive line was offensive.
Takes it back to 4th and 5.
Little play on
And
words
it looks
there.
like
You
we're
didn't
gonna-
like my play on words.
Yeah, you're offensive.
Thank
Looks like we're going to punt it away with 3:05 left in the game. We do have all 3 timeouts, but this isn't pro football.
Oh,
Another
man.
fake. Batted down. I think that Tornadoes anticipated that.
You know,
Say
you
goodbye,
guessed.
Mr. Foster.
See you tomorrow. Dude, councils. Okay.
That's just about going to do it for this football game, unless
Well,
we
no,
do
no,
something
we have
against
2
Tornadoes.
minutes and 50
We got 2 minutes
seconds.
and 15 seconds.
Okay.
50
They're
seconds.
going to take over the ball on their own what?
They chew up a lot of time going backwards, though.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, it's entirely possible for them to move backwards 64 yards.
But that would
For
be
safety.
only one more safety, and that would mean we'll lose by a point. It's going to be Tornadoes ball, first
Sorry,
and
folks.
10 on the 37-yard line.
5
Hand
here.
up the center. Looks like
Thomas.
that. What's going to end up happening is the Tornadoes are going to do the best to try to run this
Well,
clock
you know
out.
what? That is exactly how they started this game. And remember, they actually went forward for a couple of times. Looks like a Knoll that's injured. That's when it stopped the clock at 2:40.
Can we see a number?
Yeah, he's in.
He's a
that's
tornado.
I think it's a null. I think he's got some orange on there.
Does
yes, he
he?
does.
No, it is a Seminole.
Okay.
But getting up.
I'll get it up for you here in a second. Number 17. That would
Chauncey
be
Green.
Chauncey Green.
I beat you.
You did.
Kids are getting tired. It's still hot, even though
Now you wouldn't
it's
think
not
it.
as hot as it's
I mean,
been.
if you're watching us from Wisconsin today, as I'm sure so many of our viewers are, it's cold up there. But you don't think viewers are from Wisconsin? We have 50 viewers. That could be one for each state.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm trying. Maybe my brother's looking in from New Mexico.
Does he do that?
No.
Yeah.
But you never know. I mean, he knew I was going to be here tonight, so
We used to get people watching from all over the world.
we did.
And that was before you and I took over the microphone. So it looks like it's going to be a first down for Tornadoes, or close to it. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Clock's
We're
not
down
stopping.
to 20, 220, 218.
221.
According to this,
Yes.
we have 71 viewers.
Oh, my word. That may be a record for you and me, Mikey.
Oh, goodness gracious. We were good when we were doing 1 or 2.
Yeah, because that way we didn't have to worry that we were offending
Timeout
anybody.
Seminoles. Wondered why they waited so long to call that timeout. They wasted a lot of clock.
Because they're still developing. Okay,
No,
they're
not
still
so, no.
learning.
The coach doesn't develop. The coach should take it over and know what's going on. Call timeout.
But
When
as a
you know-
team, it is a kinder, gentler thing. We're still developing. Clearly,
It's a football game. There's nothing kinder or gentler
Well,
about it.
I think. Yeah.
And we're in the process of getting to the point where we will score
If we want to make
no points
comparisons,
in an entire game.
if you want to make comparisons,
Do I?
I don't know, but you start with language, right? You start with communication, and that's day one. First time I had talked to Joe Collis. Where's our problems? Communication.
You're big on that whole communication thing.
You bet AT&T is big on communication. Look what it did for them.
66 watching.
Oh, we lost 4.
Yeah, we're losing them.
They're like,
Handoff,
I
off
don't
tackle's
have
going
to
to
listen
pick
to
up
these
the
guys.
first down. It's going to take it over the 25-yard line, inside the 25-yard line of the Seminoles. 1:54. Clock is stopped long enough to change the chains. That's not that easy to say. Change the chains.
No, it's not.
Reset
Okay, so
would be a better word to use
1:54,
with
and now it's moving.
chains. Clock is moving.
But people can see that. Wow, it's taking a long time.
Well, they can do this.
Taking a long
This is
time.
what they're doing. They're taking time off the clock. So, snap, handoff
Thomas.
into the center, into the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a short game, but at this point in time, they're not looking to score any touchdown. Timeout, Tornadoes. Tornadoes.
Why would they do such a thing?
Okay, he went the wrong direction with it.
Okay, well, Southeast would do that. That makes sense. So I guess we still have one more after this, right?
No, we got 2 more according to the clock. What does it say over here? We got 2 more.
Well, it says 2 more, but I thought that was old data.
No, it was current data.
Data.
Is it data or data?
That's a good question.
You say data and I say data.
Oh, actually, I would normally say data. You might say data.
I would say data. But only when referring to a robot, android,
that
on
was on
Star
Trek. Now, is it Star Trek or Star Trek?
It's Trek. It's a
Thank
trekker.
you. It is a trekker. See, we agree on something.
Yeah, but so infrequently.
1:26
Then why are we?
left to
You
play.
know, believe it or not, though, we're just not sitting here because
we want to
were
hear
given,
ourselves?
we were hired for millions of dollars. No, we sit here because we're friends.
Yes.
We are good friends.
Yes.
And if they buy that, I've got swampland in Arizona I want to sell them.
I'll take it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Quarter.
I've always wanted swampland in
Hand
Arizona.
off up the middle. This is going to turn into
It's
Seminoles calling their timeouts.
Yep.
Which they haven't done
Or
yet.
that.
Now, why do they keep? There is no way the Tornadoes would take a timeout. These guys don't. Okay, they are so tired. They don't know which direction to point to
The
designate
referees.
who made the timeout.
They've been walking out. They've
line
been walking
judge
a
down,
lot.
the line judge down here gave it to Booker, and then the referee in the white hat
Gave
he
it to
gave
us.
it to Southeast.
Well, they have been walking such a long way today. I have not seen these referees get quite this much exercise walking forward and then turning around
And
walking
walking the other way
direction.
when they're marking off two opposite
Exactly.
penalties.
You cut that very quickly.
I did indeed.
1:12 less to go in the last opportunity for us to talk about football.
Okay, I'm confused now. It says 0 timeouts on the scoreboard for the Seminoles, but it shows 2 on our graphic.
No, it says 2 on our on the. Oh,
Uh-huh.
no, I still say that's wrong. It should not be our team listed first. It should be their team as a courtesy.
Third and 7. If that's all, timeout. Now who? Now it's the Tornadoes.
Okay.
All right, this is starting to get silly. Let's just run the
Well,
clock out.
you know what? We want the opportunity
To what? Come on.
to
Come on.
spend more time on the field because our seasons are almost over.
Yeah, and I'm so sad.
I am too. Because this is pitter patter, pitter patter.
Of little feet. What
Okay.
actual
No,
time
actually, I
is
have
it?
quite big feet. Thank you.
Oh, no. You've got a pitter patter of granddaughter.
Oh, I do have pitter patter granddaughter, but let's not go there. I don't want to. Anyway, she's a month old and she's adorable and she's beautiful and
But
all
she-
of those things.
And she doesn't pitter patter.
and she doesn't pitter patter, and I don't think she likes football
How do you know if she's only a month old?
because she doesn't watch.
Well, you haven't just sat her up there and went, watch.
I'm not so cruel. I would never set her in front of SETV
Hand
listening
off,
to us.
dives off tackle. Seminoles cannot stop the clock at this point in time. Now we're just approaching 1 minute.
103, 102.
No, you're not going to count. No,
101.
you're not going to count them
Oh,
down.
why can't I?
You're not going to count them down.
57.
It's annoying. Stop it.
Okay. 52.
But we are getting to the end of the season for us. Once again, Seminoles are heading down to Port Charlotte next week. If
We
you'd
are
like
not.
to take the drive
Southeast TV is
to
not.
see final game of the 2018 Seminole season, first year under Brett Timmons. We have another timeout by Booker.
Okay, so well, that makes
Why?
sense. That makes they didn't want to take a delay
Why?
game. They didn't want to take a delay a game.
Why?
Okay, they didn't want to take a delay a game. Okay,
I would have taken the delay.
and move it back 5 yards.
Oh,
that would look. No,
but it's
actually,
32
you can't.
seconds left in the game.
What down is
31.
it, Mike? What down is it?
It's 4th down.
So if you
What do
took-
you think
if you
we're
were
gonna
to
get
delay
one
a
play-
game,
We're going to
if
get
you
one
took the
play
delay
in
of game, what would
for
happen?
70 yards.
If you took the delay of game, what would happen?
You back up 5 yards.
No, it's 4th down. They'd lose. They'd forfeit the ball.
No, they wouldn't. Not
Yeah,
for
it's
just
loss
a
of
del-
down.
Not for just a
It's
no.
loss of down.
No, it's a dead ball foul. It just backs them up 5 yards. It's like a legal procedure.
Well,
They
fine.
would still get to run the play
Then why did they do that?
because apparently they didn't want to. All right.
31
should be it.
seconds to go.
Are we in victory?
Tick, 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 tock.
We are not in victory. We are. Oh my goodness!
We're going
gracious.
for it. We're
They're
going for it.
for a touchdown.
And
Oh my
are
goodness!
we going
What
to get a
was
flag?
that?
Oh, I would have loved to seen a flag there. Would you have loved to see a flag?
No, I want to know why Booker determined that they had to go for a touchdown
Well, that's going
when
to be
there was
about.
32 seconds left in the game and all they had to do was a victory kneel.
Well, they're going to turn over on
That
downs.
is.
Now the victory kneel wouldn't work because they would have lost possession. So the clock would have stopped because the possession changed. Okay, so the victory
And
kneel
you're
wouldn't
right.
work.
But still,
But
32
so
seconds,
We have 27 seconds
and they go
left.
for a touchdown.
And they're dancing out there.
I
Do you
don't-
see them
yeah,
dancing out
I'm
there?
not sure that we've got some sportsman-like attitudes
Well, no,
going
they're
on here.
dancing out there because they think they're going to win. What they don't recognize is the fact that we're going to go quickly on a long pass and score.
So you say we're about to throw
Oh, yeah.
an 80-yard touchdown pass.
No, we'll get down to about the 50 and he'll step out of bounds. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
There's Malik under pressure, rolls right, throws it for
At the
a 8-yard pickup. 20 seconds left in the game. Stepped out of bounds. He's got an 8-yard pickup.
Well, I said 50, but it actually got down to the 30.
Davis on the reception.
Almost. 25, closer. But still, the idea is, we have 20 seconds left.
Yes, we do.
There's all sorts of things that can happen in 20
yes,
seconds.
there are.
Quick pass.
Like
Step
that.
outside. Step out. Step out.
He did step out, but he didn't get to the first down.
Oh, why do you
Just
do that?
short of the first down. Now, wait a minute.
No, they're going to mark
One.
it. They're going to let it
Yeah,
go.
they
They're
are
going to
gonna
make it first down.
They're going to give him the first down. 16 seconds. Can
So that
it
took
be
4
done?
seconds. That took 4 seconds to go.
Can
What? 4
it
yards?
be done?
And not at the rate that they're going right now.
No.
So 4 seconds for 4 yards.
Going to have to throw
This
a
is
couple.
No, don't do that.
No, this is
Don't
that's
do
going to
that.
accomplish nothing. And then he got down inside. Now it looks like he got outside.
Yeah, but still, it was like 5 seconds.
Yeah, these
for 5 yards.
these little dinks and dunks are
It's
not
not gonna
going
work.
to do it.
You know, if we want to win this game,
Well, we
he's got to go all out.
It's
Well,
only
we
ele-
do.
There's 11 seconds.
There are 50-some people that are watching the game right now that want to see us win. Well, we're assuming that they're all.
And there's
fans
about
of
20 down in the
Southeast.
stands right now.
Hey, that was unfair. There's hundreds.
Thousands,
No, but there's hundreds.
millions.
You know what? On the replays, they'll all be saying the same thing. Here we go. Malik is.
All right. Flag
Well,
on
there
the-
must have been a
Well, we had to
whistle.
get one more flag in before the end of the end
Yeah,
of the game.
because the refs have not yet. Oh, look at this! Look at this encroachment. That is going to move the chains. It's going to be first down, Seminoles.
You are not BOC.
Well, we only have 60 yards to go. It's first and 60. How about that?
Yes, it is. Well, it used to be first and 80. Now it's first and 60.
10 seconds
10
to go.
seconds.
Referees are
Okay,
over there
now
on the
the
right-hand
referees
side
are
talking to each
conferring
other.
about something.
That's when I have us
Going to
change the clock.
complain about the clock. I believe he wants him to add a second to the clock.
That could be incredibly important. Okay, so I don't.
There it
thi-
is.
I-
He
you
did.
know,
He wanted them. He wanted the Knowles to have 11 seconds and not 10 seconds.
You know, and SCTV is not going to be quick enough to be able to get that up.
That's
That's because of
okay.
our system.
Tell them to count 1,000 before they start the clock.
You know, what, and that's what I was going to say, folks at home.
Down the middle of the field. This is going to end.
Oh, this is going to end the game.
No, it's not going to quite end the game. We've got a 20-yard pickup by the Seminoles. We got 4 seconds. They're going to have
gonna
to
spike it?
clock it.
Is he going to spike it?
Going to clock it.
Well, we're waiting for the.
He needs to hurry.
Someone's saying, "Watch me
Nope.
get a, oh, this is going to be the last play."
This is it.
Huggins
Throws it.
going for the last
Gonna
play.
make it to the
It's
end
a
zone.
Hail Mary. We don't know who's going to come down with it.
Intercepted.
Number
by the
3.
Tornadoes.
That would be.
You know, if he keeps
Eldrian
running,
Arnold.
Game's not over. Finally, out at the 30-yard line, we got a player down.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Okay, we do have an injured player on the field, but the game is definitely
and
over.
he's right on the 50-yard line where the players are going to want to do the
The annual, the
The,
annual, not the annual, traditional walk by, shake.
Good job, good job, good job.
Yeah, because they both did such a great job today.
They did. What game were you watching?
I was watching the game where Booker scored all the points.
Yes, they did. All 11 points.
That's right.
They scored them all.
That's right.
Southeast managed to get through that game and not score a single point.
And the down player, I think, just got up and walked into the crowd.
And
Nope, he's
I
not.
believe that this was the score that it was at the end of the first half, 7-4.
Yep, we didn't progress. You know what, Mike? There's not a whole lot we can say about this. We've had a fun season. I've really, really enjoyed this season. Okay, we can thank Kaiser for sticking with us for 14 years. We can have the folks go take a look at our wide variety of sites. But let me tell you right off the bat, SETV.news. You'll find it all. How's it again? SETV.news. You'll find it all. You know. And so basically, we're at the end of the game. We're at the end of our season, Mr. Sanders.
But not the end of the SETV season.
Oh, absolutely not. There'll
Because
be
it will not
plenty
be
of things
long
for them.
before they'll be doing boys basketball and girls basketball in the final season
You know,
of Coach John Harder.
that's going to be cool.
It will be great.
I do not want to announce, but I will come and watch it.
Oh, no. Once again, we've already discussed the fact that
We don't know anything about that round ball stuff. Yeah.
We
no.
know even less than what we know about football, and that's very insignificant.
You know what it's time to do, Mike?
What's it time to do?
It's time to say thank you, folks.
It is time to say thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for a great 2018 SETV football season. Don't forget that the Seminoles will be heading down to Port Charlotte. They would like your support, even though the season essentially is going to end next week. But on behalf of my good friend, Mr. Mike Brooks,
Ciao.
I am Mike Sanders. We hope to see you next year. Thanks, everybody. You've been watching SETV
We can't see them.
football.
We can't see them. They can't see.
I'm trying to do the sign-off.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. You have been watching Southeast Sports on Southeast Football on, you threw me, on SETV Sports. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Bye.